All
right,
we're here, guys. We're here.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Wrestle,
all right.
hello.
It is a Thursday. Thursday.
Yo, you want to see something dumb?
Every second, I want to see something dumb.
Yep.
What you got?
Uh-oh.
You got into magic. That's good.
Uh-oh.
Twitter status right off. Hey, Victor.
Right out of the gate.
I laughed about this for a solid 20 minutes. Tell me when you're on the page.
Alright, I'm looking at it.
Tell me what's wrong with it.
January 32nd.
Monday, January 32nd.
Wait,
I
hold
like
on.
the tweet. I want it to go viral. Shout out to January 32nd for all the. So there's this Jump Force beta that has been handled as well as good as a botched circumcision.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Why would you
Oh,
put that image
dear.
in my brain?
Because I'm mad. I want to play
Why?
Yu-Gi-Oh. The Yami from Yu-Gi-Oh is one of the characters. He's one of the fighters. You can do the duel.
Yeah,
Oh
I mean,
my God.
looks like you're just not going to be able to participate. Only those of those people who have access to the dimension to enter January 32nd have access to the beta. So good luck, man. Good luck.
Oh no!
Wow.
So wait, was it supposed to be 23rd? So was it yesterday?
No, because they posted this today. It's
Have
so
they
dumb.
corrected it?
No, they haven't. And then we were
It's
trying
been
to
2 hours.
We were trying to figure it out in chat. They either mean the 1st, which is a Friday, which means Monday is incorrect, or they mean the 4th, which doesn't make any sense at all.
Or maybe it means the best. I don't know.
Yeah, huh?
Have you ever seen that? Have you seen that episode of Parks and Recreation where April schedules all of the appointments for the
Yeah.
boss on March 31st
Yeah.
or 32nd or whatever? This
Yeah.
feels a lot like this.
I was
Hey,
about to
come
say
play
that.
our beta.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like they made a mistake. It sounds like they told people they ain't gonna get a beta.
yeah. If you don't realize this ain't a day, you're not gonna get a beta.
It wasn't as bad as Atlas, but like they like rescheduled this beta like 3 times.
January 32nd.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say they reskinned it 3 times.
Yeah.
Reskinned it 3 times.
Oh, Atlas burn.
Oh,
He's on it.
man. Hi, 15. What's going on, man?
Hello.
I had to add Brode laughing to the magic stream just because of that. That was so good.
Wait, hold on. I think I still have Jesus Brode on my.
Jesus,
on here
Brode.
somewhere. Yeah,
You can never take Jesus Brode off.
I think he's on my other screen. Now, where are you, Jesus Brode?
Oh my goodness.
Somewhere. He's somewhere on here. I have so many things.
Gangling, hey, what's
Where are
going
you,
on?
Jesus Brode?
Also, something else I added in. Let's see if this works. Now that I see that people are using Sparks, it does work. Huh? Look at that. I added a thing
Just
that I
in
can.
time for the Atlas
Wow.
jokes. That's right.
Yeah, it tells you. I found a thing that lets you tell you how many Sparks have been used on your channel by whom.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's handy.
Currently,
I've been trying to use the GIF button all day long, and it's just not working. It's
Victor
broke.
has used 270,000 Sparks.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. I'm dumb. That says 27,000. Never mind.
Okay. That
to
changes
say.
things a little bit.
Wait, no, I'm dumb again. No, yeah, it's 27. Okay, good. It's the text is
many-
really small, and
many
my monitor isn't that good.
How many dumbs can you fit?
Oh, whole many.
A whole many.
A whole many?
Yeah, a whole many. You
Guys,
already
we
know.
are off to a really strong start. I'm
Oh
loving it.
man, this is good. All right.
Because you're still rocking
Woo.
Wi-Fi, aren't you, Tristan?
Yeah, I'm
Man, you got
wired.
balls of steel, bro. Doing the Wi-Fi thing.
I'm wired now.
Oh, you are. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we need I need to get a new Wi-Fi router.
Sure.
Because I've worked from home today and apparently tomorrow. Because apparently, a entire what's it called? Oh god, I'm forgetting the word. It connects phone line connectors.
Ethernet, fiber.
Cell phone towers, not those. Telephone poles.
Wireless?
Telephone pole fell on top of
Wow.
our building, possibly.
Magic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, I don't know where this. I don't know where this telephone pole fell. All I know is that it fell in a not so good place, and I'm still not allowed to go to work.
Oh man.
Telephone poles.
Yeah, that was the word.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
And like, I was trying to talk to my boss, and they're like, "Why is your internet so shit?" I'm like, "Ow."
You're like, I don't know. I mean, I'm offended.
They're like, "Get a new internet." I'm like, "Okay."
Because are you sharing it with your roommates?
So no one's even here. It's just that bad.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just how it works.
Yeah.
Spectrum.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Even it's like this like local thing that's not good.
Uh,
Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, places like where I live, I get it. Where you
hey,
live,
Chaos.
you know what I mean? It's a lot different. When you live in
is.
like a
It's
metropolitan
immensely
area, yeah, exactly, right? Like I used to be pissed about the internet out here in South Dakota, and then I saw one of the advertisements for the company, and it was like turning fence posts to phone poles. And it's kind of, gives you that idea of like, yeah, it takes a lot of infrastructure to bring all that crap to the middle of the country,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it gives you a little bit more appreciation for
Yeah, definitely.
mediocrity.
This is Sport internets, thank you. Hello,
Yeah.
Chaos. Maybe you should
What's going
download
on,
better internet. I
Chaos?
should just download more RAM, guys. How did I not think
Yeah.
about this earlier? I'm just dumb.
Right?
I'm
You
sorry.
wouldn't download a car.
Yeah. No, I would. That's expensive.
Dude, I think that's why those like I don't what even were those? They weren't like ads, but like those things stopped is because everybody says, "Yeah, I totally would." You have no idea how fast I would download a car.
Fucking try and stop me. Like,
And now
Yeah,
with
right.
3D printers I can.
Right?
yeah.
Oh man.
Yes, I would. Exactly. Would you download like a specific like? What do you think? Do you think that someone that makes the first car with a 3D printer is gonna start with like something easy, or are they gonna just go like balls to the wall and make it like a Ferrari?
It's gonna be a wagon and
If
then
it's
a
a
Ferrari.
goddamn Prius, I'm gonna be upset.
Nice.
It's gotta
I'll
be a
just-
wagon, then a Ferrari.
It's
Like
gonna,
no in between, man.
yeah.
No, it's gonna be one of these like European.
And Nivis, can you print my
smart
car? Yeah, exactly. Hey, yo, Nivis, I know you.
They
Hey,
put a
Victor.
Pinto and it
Good to
explodes.
see you.
That's
Come
awesome.
on.
Oh, jeez. Too
That's
soon.
great.
Too soon.
Too soon. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
shit.
My family used to own a Pinto many years
Is
ago.
that right?
And it had to we had to get rid of it because of that. Not that it actually ever did anything, but the thing came in like, oh, these are dangerous, and like we're talking like 3 small children in the vehicle.
Yeah.
And that's why
Ooh.
Shanance no longer has a little sister.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Jesus.
Sorry. Sorry.
Well, welcome everyone to the Dark Hour. We're doing this again.
Yeah. Nice.
Yesterday, you for me and EOG. Yesterday was Dark Hour. Yeah.
Oh,
It was
God.
pretty dark.
Should I start with the first scenario that Cube sent us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the first scenario was, so imagine the 4 of us are on a beach together,
Yeah.
and you Shenanz, get stung by a jellyfish.
Uh-oh.
Which one of us do you trust to piss on your leg?
Which one do I trust to piss on my leg?
Yes.
I mean,
Like which person in the group? That's mind you, this was question 1 of like 7.
We were barely out of the base in our first Overwatch match as a team of 5.
I love
this,
it.
This is the
My
first
favorite.
question that comes up. And the best part about it is we laughed about this question the entire time we were playing that match. And we're like, yo, I bet the enemies are like communicating and shit.
right? I that's a very odd question. Does pissing on my leg help the jellyfish sting in some
So-
way?
Is that not a thing you've heard?
No.
Technically, it's supposed to.
Okay. It would be
In actuality, it really doesn't.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's like an urban legend. Everybody thinks that it does, but scientifically it doesn't. It's just everybody thinks that it does. So it wasn't a weird question. I mean, it was a weird question to be asked, but it wasn't like the premise itself wasn't completely weird to hear. So if you've never heard that before, I can imagine why that would sound really weird to you.
Yeah.
You got stung by a jellyfish. I'm gonna pee on you now.
Right.
I
like,
would say.
I don't see your logic here.
I'd have to think who would pee the most.
See? Someone
that's
else said the
interesting.
same thing.
Yes.
Because I trust all of you to do it.
Right.
I just want to know who has the most volume to cure the.
Well, that's interesting because I was gonna go who has the best aim. I was thinking about focus.
I literally thought about that
first
conversation.
aim.
Someone literally said yesterday that I was too dehydrated, and I specifically got a full thing of water today, and I'm already halfway through it. So y'all best believe your boy's hydrated now.
He is ready.
All right.
I took my notes.
He is so ready. We can go to the beach now.
Oh,
I got you. Don't worry.
guys. I just opened a Bedevil. 2 black and red, instant destroy target artifact, creature, or planeswalker.
Oh,
Nice.
Poor planeswalker. Damn.
The only downside is like I don't play black and red.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
Why
How many
though?
black does it take?
2 black and 1 red.
Oof.
Yeah.
Black could be- that's tough too.
I don't, dude. Oh man, that's strong. I need some more Rakdos cards.
Yeah. 2, 4.
So
6,
who's
7.
who's
Oh.
peeing on who in the jellyfish scenario?
So, my answer yesterday was,
Tristan Golden Shower.
my answer yesterday was civil because he's from Canada, and I at least want the person to be apologizing to me while they pee on.
Apologizing, very nice.
But my close second was a pun on Tristan Gold, and Tristan
It's
Gold.
everyone's
Showers.
favorite.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
everyone's favorite. Yeah.
Very nice.
Of course, I mean he's hydrated now, so it might be more like Tristan, clear.
Right.
Kristen Clear shot.
They're that crystal clear quality that you're looking for.
Oh.
Oh boy! All right.
Tristan Pear.
You're gonna start your own business of peeing on people with jellyfish stings. There.
Hey, look, it's a
Selling
profitable
bottles of
business. It's
piss
a profitable
to-
business. I don't judge.
Just gotta create the demand by putting jellyfish around.
What the fuck was that? Return all non-permanent target player controls to their opponent. I dislike that card.
Might be able to start some kind of business with like R. Kelly.
Ooh, there you go.
Allegedly.
Throw some jellyfish in the closet. Yeah.
Trapped in the closet.
Come on in the closet.
Oh
That man's
boy.
career was really just like, I don't even know what songs he made. That's all I know about him is that he peed on a girl. Allegedly.
Man, this stream is off to a wonderful start. This is
Yeah.
great.
This stream is great.
Wow. We are all
Wow.
on it. Wow.
Okay, so earlier
Wait, I'm still on the wrong tab. Hold up.
I sent I sent Victor a DM on Discord earlier.
Kidley.
Gone right down to business. You shut up. How dare you?
Right on
How dare you have such a
time.
great joke.
Nice. Nice.
Dark Master, you've done this to yourself, but now we're gonna need your answer.
Oh, jeez.
So-
Oh, no.
My answer. I'm gonna have to go with and I'm basing it
Oh,
off of
shit.
science.
All right,
here.
Brassel. Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna have
man.
to go with Sheenan's, and I think it's because of the fact that he streams the longest without taking a break.
Ah!
Biggest
Nice.
Bladder.
That's right.
Of-
He's got
big enough
so he's got the
bladder.
bladder for
I've
it.
been
yeah.
training. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
you could have had the
That's-
full body jellyfish sting, and he's got you covered.
There we go.
That's what I'm banking on. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. I'm there for you.
This got wholesome.
Grixis TV with the
hey,
follow.
all right.
This is
Someone
what's going
followed during
Is
that.
this
whole-
what takes so long?
Yes.
That's right.
Is this how this is done? Hello?
That's right.
Well-
this equals followers.
Today
Come
I-
on,
Here we are.
people.
Today,
We've
guys,
done it.
I would like to announce. I think we need to go ahead and announce that yes, we are starting a web series, a remake of the Golden Girls.
Oh.
Oh.
Live streaming was a mistake.
Oh man.
This is how EOG gets his partnership.
You know what? You know what? I'm grateful for all this because these are jokes I can make about Tristan later.
But like, why though?
What did you walk into? Man, I don't know. It's one
you
hell of a
have to
night.
make a Golden Girls button with your face poorly photoshopped over everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, no.
I was gonna say Grixis TV is gonna go right up to the top of the browser and click unfollow. Bye.
Yeah.
Adios, weird people.
Grixis TV's like, hey guys, nope.
Yep. We aren't always like this. Well, no,
Not always.
not like this.
Always is a strong word.
Unfollow ASAP. Yeah,
It's
for
true.
real.
Okay,
Oh, man.
I should actually probably look at my screen.
Yes, welcome. No, the question was posed yesterday in a different stream, and it was, in whom of your friends do you trust most to pee on you when you get stung by a jellyfish? So there is context. I just wanted to throw context in there.
Right.
You know, just casually.
Yeah, it's no big deal, but there's context.
I'm still hung up on Jump Force having its beta released on the 32nd.
Right.
Would it be easier to pee on yourself?
Depends.
Depends
Well,
on where your leg is.
yeah, I guess it depends where the
Depends on a
jellyfish.
few factors.
Yeah, it depends on where the jellyfish actually hits you, right?
Keep this. Yeah, sounds about right. That's just like that's like the baseline. You're just blameless for stuff.
Like, if it was on the outside.
Speaking of which,
your
for those who
foot,
haven't joined yet,
it could be a little bit difficult.
join the server. We have a promotion for early adopters where you get an early adopter role. It ends February 2nd. Do the thing. Or,
January 32nd.
February 15th. Yeah. February 9 3/4, and then it's
Yeah.
over.
It ends January 32nd.
Yeah.
Didn't sting you on your head. Oh.
Which
Oh
head?
no. Dark Master Y.
Why you
BRB,
do,
finding
Okay.
jellyfish.
why,
Yeah.
why you do this?
Jokes on you, I can reach both. Victor.
Oh.
Victor. Victor Y.
Victor Pools.
Yeah, so the first message I ever sent Victor on Discord, I found him today. I found him in the list of users, opened up messaging just so I could send him a picture of Ed from Ed, Edd and Eddy going Super Saiyan 3.
And I got that picture, and it's actually like really well done.
I just sent it to him and said, I don't know why this made me think of you, but it did.
Oh, man.
Life has many doors, Ed boy. Yo, shout out! There's a YouTuber that's going around right now that's making trap remixes of songs with cartoon characters, and there's like kind of a really good one featuring the kids from Ed, Edd and Eddy. I'm sorry.
Did they ever try to bring? They never tried to bring that back, right?
They never did. It ended on a high note because it ended on the movie. That was the whole point.
Well, a lot of it's tough because you have people who, if you pulled the four of us, hey, would you want Ed, Edd and Eddy to return to Cartoon Network? All four of us would be like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Would
you watch
any four of us watch it?
Right.
Probably not.
Yeah, that's tough, right?
That's really the problem, right? Is that interest doesn't equate viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got roasted in goggles. Yeah, well, that's kind of the point. Is we remember it fondly, but I mean, I would like watch it and go, yeah, it's back, and then I would not go. I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it. I wouldn't like pull it up later and go, oh, I missed one. It just we are well aware that it was a great show when we watched it before.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was good for us then. It wouldn't be good for us now.
I still think that like the music styling alone for that show is incredibly cool because it used non-linear jazz music, which is not seen very often, especially in like kids shows.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Because it was like a bizarre. It set the tone for the show, right?
Yeah.
That
really well.
Unpredictability, the craziness, right? I mean, Ed, Edd and Eddy. Like, if you don't have that, I'm gonna go out and say it. You don't have things like, oh shit.
Go out and say it.
I just forgot the name of it. Oh no, the
You-
one with the Cartoon Network one with the guy, the old guy who's the scientist and the young kid, and it's all
Rick,
Rick
and
and
Morty.
Morty.
yes, Rick and Morty. Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah, total mind fuck.
I didn't want to
Yes,
sound
Rick
like
and
an
Morty.
asshole, but that's the only thing I could think of.
No.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah, Rick and Morty, right? I don't think if you have an entity, you don't have Rick and Morty. You don't have these off the wall kind of shows.
True.
Yeah.
EOG, dumb question. Is your Magic client okay?
I'm working on that right now.
Oh, okay.
It just went dark, and I was struggling to get my capture to find it.
Okay, man.
Got it.
Cool.
There we
good.
go.
I got a
making-
whisper, and I was like,
making
okay,
sure.
I know that was there a minute ago.
Hey, what happened?
All right, so I wanted to make a new deck, like, for realsies.
Yeah.
I always feel weird about this. So I don't have any trouble throwing together a deck and trying it
Mhm.
when I'm playing, like, paper Magic, because I'm only using the cards that are actually in front of me.
Right.
My problem with trying to make a deck right now in this Magic is that I would have to spend cards to do it.
Yeah.
And I have a limited number of those. I also have a little bit of a problem where I want to put a deck together, even using cards I don't have without having to make them yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a way to do that.
No,
Not
unfortunately, yeah. So I know I linked the video, and I know some of you guys didn't get to see it. I think I can give you the TLDR on it. It was kind of a basic deck building, like primer, so to speak, and it will help you guys out. Like, I'll give you the TLDR on it, and with because of our situation, especially EOG with the limited number of crafting options for wild cards.
Yeah.
So what they say in the video is, to make this really simple. So you got 60 card slots, right? 60 slots.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you think, how do I fit? How do I pick 60 cards? Well, you can make this process a lot easier. First off, you forget about 24 of them off the bat because those are lands.
Okay.
So, though, and the last thing you want to do is mess with your actual land count unless you've got a very specific deck that that maybe manipulates lands or uses lands in a different way.
Okay.
In most cases, 24 lands is the general rule. So those are 24 cards you don't have to even think about at the moment.
Okay.
All right. The remaining cards is then an easy way to think about it is that you have 36 remaining cards. And what they do is you use the rule of 9. What you do is you take those 36 remaining cards and you make 9 imaginary piles, and guess what? That comes out to 4. Which,
Okay. So you get 9.
Yeah, so you play a deck of 9 cards, 4 copies of each. That's the TLDR version.
Okay.
You start with a card that you really like, that you have, your 4 copies of. You put it in, and then you start thinking about ways to synergize with that. And what they did in the video is they were running they started with an elf of some kind. I don't remember exactly which, but it was a green card. And they said, that, well, it's an elf. So then they started looking at other cards and said, well, we can add this other elf, and it's pretty good. And yes, Victor, that's the big problem. You don't have 4 copies of something that you like. What you then do is find something that you have 2 or 3 copies of something impactful that you like, right? Or maybe one really splashy one of, and you build your deck around that. For example, and not that I know that I could even do something with it, but with that card that I just got, maybe I could, right? For example, I have a Darragh. There he is. Darragh Reincarnated. I don't have a deck for this yet, but holy shit, is this a cool card, right?
Yeah.
It's 7 mana, 7/7, flying, trample, haste. If it would die, exile it with 3 egg counters, beginning your upkeep. Remove an egg counter, then when he has no egg counters, return it to the battlefield. And remember, haste. So he's out there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a dragon, it's legendary. Like, this is the kind of card you might be able to build a deck around. Not entirely on its own. I don't think it's. I mean, it's a big nasty dude, and so let me take this as an example, right? Let's say, okay, let's add this to the deck. All right, now we're just gonna forget about the lands right now. So, okay, so now we look at the rest of this, and I say, all right, so he's a big nasty dragon. There's two ways I can get this big nasty dragon into play. I can either hard cast it, which, because I have green, I might be able to play, elves and stuff like that.
Okay.
And ramp my mana. Or I am also playing, red also has a little bit of mana production. Not a lot. Black also has Reanimator. I might be able to purposely throw him into my graveyard and then reanimate him. And get him into play through a card.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Right? So this would be the strategy. It's like, let's, and I don't know. Let me think about this, right? So I automatically got red, green, and black. And then maybe what I want to do is look for cards that say graveyard. Because I could ramp, but I'm thinking it'd probably be easier to do this, right? So I'm going to go look for something that allows me to put a graveyard card back into play. And I'm sure it's probably pretty costly, so I'm going to start towards the end of black here. Let's see. Exile up to 5 target creature cards. Opponent separates those in 2 piles. Put all from one into the battlefield and the rest in graveyards. Oh, that's a maybe. Dragon in one pile and a bunch of other guys in another. Now he has to choose. Right?
Yeah.
So we'll put that in maybe. Target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Gravewalker. I got 2 of them. Gravewaker.
All right. Yeah.
2 of them. Let's add that. And we can always go, maybe this is too expensive. Right? Because really, 2 black and 5 for the Boneyard Parlay, that's 7 mana. The Darragh is 7 mana anyway. It's just... Right? So maybe Boneyard Parlay is not that good.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right? Eldest Reborn. This is a great card. And I think they gave that away.
Card.
I think they gave that was part of a giveaway, wasn't it? Where we got 4 copies?
Yeah,
Something
I definitely
like
have
that,
a couple
yeah.
of those.
So this is a great one.
The Card Mania thing.
Yeah. So this is a great one. Each opponent sacks a creature or planeswalker. Each opponent discards a card. And then target creature or planeswalker from a graveyard onto battlefield. Well, there's a way to get the dragon back. Boom, boom, boom. We'll go all 4. Maybe I don't need that. At this point already, I kind of don't like Parlay. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. Right? And so there's the kind of the start of what's going on. And I go, well, let's see. I'm playing dragons. I'm also playing red and green. Here's another idea. I already know that in red and green, I got to get rid of that filter. In red and green, and maybe we do need a little ramp because we're going to have some expensive cards. I might, not saying that I would necessarily, but I might want to hedge my bets and add a little of both. Maybe a little Reanimator and a little ramp. Right? And and since we're playing, I'm probably also going to play dragons. So let me get to it because it's all over the place with colors and I probably have not filtered correctly. I can probably... Here, Draconic Disciple. Here we go. Excuse me. So, we got red, green, and 1 for a 2/2. Add 1 mana of any color, and I can sacrifice them to create a red dragon token. But it's 1 mana of any color, and it's in colors that I'm already playing. So maybe we'll add a little ramp. And there's some other things that are dragon related. So yeah, let's just put in dragon and do a search. So here's a guy that if it control a dragon, he has flying. Here's a card. Here's some removal. Spit Flame deals 4 damage to target creature. If a dragon enters the battlefield, I can pay red and get it from my graveyard to my hand. Right. So there's all these red is pretty much it's the main color of dragons. But maybe we'll play. Maybe I'll play Dragon Reanimator. It's this is an option maybe that I could think about going.
Okay.
Just based around play Flowering Lotus. Flowering Lotus.
What is Flowering Lotus?
I don't know. I don't even.
I don't know. Chaos Zero just said play Flowering Lotus or GTFO.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Might have to GTFO.
So it must
Sorry,
be
guys.
it must be a good card.
Yeah, it's probably a good card.
I have Gilded
or a
Lotus.
troll, or a troll.
I do
card.
have a Gilded Lotus. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I have a Gilded Lotus. It's not a flowering lotus though, unfortunately.
Okay, so I kind of thought it would be cool to build around a mechanic, but now that I'm looking at, I thought the Afterlife mechanic would be fun to build around.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the amount of cards with Afterlife, and there aren't very many.
Right.
Like, I was kind of, I kind of like the idea of, like, in my head, I was like, it's kind of like building a Death Rattle deck. The difference is it would be like building a Death Rattle deck if there were only, like, 4 Death Rattles in Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Like, alright, I got Loot Hoarder.
Depending on the expansion, there may only be.
Right? I got Loot Hoarder, yeah!
Oh, look at this.
So
here's a card I happen to have. I was just browsing through my multicolors. Macabre Mockery. Black, red,
I
get
just
yeah.
looked at that one.
Put target creature card from an opponent's graveyard. Oh. Well, that doesn't get me
Ooh,
my
that's a weird
dragon,
card.
but yeah.
It does get you a wall, especially if you're using the Eldest Reborns.
Yeah.
They're going to be discarding heavy cards, probably.
Right.
That's won me
so
a
you're
few
just talking about
matches, because
straight
they
up Black
discard some of
Lotus?
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a possibility. Yeah.
Black Lotus. I just searched for Lotus, and the only thing in the game was Gilded Lotus.
Yeah, Black Lotus. It's not part standard, and I think it's also banned in
In a lot of-
in Legacy and Modern, isn't it?
Probably.
Pretty
Yeah,
much
it's one of those
everything
cards.
but the Eternal format or whatever that is.
Yeah. The we cannot never be banned format.
Right. But yeah, there's kind of a lot of interesting stuff to put together here. I mean, I don't know. I'm actually not really interested in building a Darragh deck, but I wanted to use it as an example.
That was a good example, because it kind of helps. I guess one of the things I get caught up in is, like, worried about having the right number of cards for each mana cost and things like that. So, if you're building it around that card like you were, then for me, I feel like I'll forget something. I'll go in there and be like, oh dang, I don't have anything to play on turn 1 or 2.
Right. Well, and that's you're right, and that's a valid. Well, it depends on how you're building. What the deck's based on and what you can afford to do. And I don't mean wild card crafting. I mean life. Can you survive the match long enough to do it?
Right.
Maybe you don't need necessarily a 1-drop, or maybe there's a certain 1-drop that would help. Better than another. I would suggest at almost any given point, if you needed a 1-drop that kind of sort of does something, where is it? It's the Fountain. 1 mana. It's a 1 mana. Which was a Fountain of Restoration? Is that the name of the damn thing? Oh, Fountain of Renewal. Here it is. If you have it, throw it in. Mainly because it'll gain you a life every turn. So that's just a little bit of extra health on your side of the board. For 3 mana, you can sacrifice it and draw a card, which that's never terrible. Right? So but that's kind of like, I just kind of need to fill a spot and that will do something beneficial. Like there's kind of like no downside.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. The other things that
It's really helpful to me, Dark Master.
the other things that you have to consider, like, when you go to build a card, I think Darragh is a great example, really, because there's a number of things just looking at the card that we can just kind of focus on. Like I said, you can focus on the fact that it's a dragon, and so maybe you play a dragon. Yeah, you play a dragon deck, or maybe there's again, we can go green and we can ramp to get to him. Or we can go black and we can reanimate him, or but all those colors are already in his casting cost, so that's so it fits either direction. You may want to go a little bit of both. The thing is, though, once you get down to it, towards the end of it, in fact, I would actually recommend putting in, like, just, I like this card, click, add it to the deck. I like this card, click, add it to the deck. And then you're going to be over 60 cards, and that's fine. You might be at, like, 80 cards. Now, the hard part from there on would probably be then trimming the fat.
Yeah.
But at least you've kind of decided what you like. Right? You're now in a sense of, I've got 60 cards. Now I need to actually have more than 60. I need to whittle it down. Another thing you'll have to keep in mind at that point is, does this need more target removal? Does it need does it need some kind of counter magic? Does it need life gain? Whatever. What is this deck? What could this deck really use? And how can I fit it in?
Revel in riches.
Okay.
But I think a lot of that stuff doesn't need to be answered until towards the end.
Right.
Unless you're playing something, that relies on it.
So as of right now, what I have that's powerful is, I've got a lot of the stuff that we all kind of have. I just opened this white-blue Azor the Lawbringer.
Okay.
Which is blue. It's white-blue and it's life gain and draw.
Oh yeah, that's a strong card.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. When he attacks, I can tap a lot of mana, but I get X life and X cards.
Right.
So, and then I have that, and then I've got a really nice green powerful creature, and I somehow have this Chromium the Mutable.
Whoa.
7/7 flash flying, can't be countered.
Ooh.
And if I discard a card, it becomes 1/1 and loses all abilities but gains hexproof. And it can't be blocked while it's a 1/1.
Interesting.
So it's like
7?
Yeah, you attack with it and they're like, haha, I can block it, and you're like, never mind, it's a 1/1 and it can't be blocked. And then, they try to kill it and you're like, oh, never mind, it's 1/1, it can't be attacked.
Yeah.
Right?
Jeez.
So that's kind of cool. I also have this Immortal Sun.
That card.
Yeah.
If you have
it's the only thing I've bought.
It should be in just about every deck you own.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I look at it and I'm like, this is a replacement for Planeswalkers. All Planeswalkers.
Oh god, what is it?
It's 6 mana artifacts, so it doesn't have a color. Players can't activate Planeswalkers' loyalty abilities. So as long as I have it out, my opponent can't even use Planeswalkers, but neither can I. But
right
at the beginning of my draw step, draw an additional card. Spells I cast cost 1 less, and remember that includes creatures. And creatures I control get +1/+1. So this is all under a 6 mana artifact. So that's just like a straight up add.
Yeah.
Right.
So I could try to build around this Chromium the Mutable. It would make me a white, blue, black.
Right.
And that's out of one of the old expansions too, isn't it?
What, the Chromium or the Sun?
Sun.
The Sun is definitely out of an old one. I put that, believe it or not, I bought that one because someone told me I had to buy it for that deck.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
Hi 15, trying to watch 2 streams at once, not working well. Well, that happens, man.
Yeah, sorry.
That's what co-streaming's for.
Right.
The joy. Yeah. Coaster.
On Mixer, it's 4 at a time. Soon it'll be 4 at a time on Twitch. Squads.
Ooh, and then Mixer's gonna have to go up to 8.
Yeah, right? It'll be crazy.
I'd be down for 8.
I'll be
Dude,
honest.
honestly,
I'm that kind of chaotic evil that I want 8.
Dude, me too. I want it to be as much or as little as the viewer wants. I think the viewers should be able to just start adding tabs together just to have everything in a co-stream if they want it. I mean, if it shits the bed for them, it's on them because they're the ones who added it together. But
you might want to check out my field real quick.
I see that. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, this has been a game. This is why I've been so quiet.
What is happening?
And then they all fall.
Wow, guys, I gotta say, I had a match 2 days ago where both me and my opponent were well over 200 life each.
Oh my god,
Is that right? I see those on Reddit from time to time, but I've never been a part of one of those.
Yeah, I lost because I couldn't kill one of my own creatures that was drawing me an extra card every turn, and I ran out of cards. And I was trying, and I'm sure the opponent recognized it too. That's how this game is going to end. We're gonna run out of cards.
Oh my god. So apparently, this is a thing that happens. If you have a card that lets you every creature that goes on the field explore, and you have something that creates 6 creatures, each one of those creatures explore.
Yes, explore counts for just them entering. Yeah.
Wow.
They can be token creatures. They explore.
Yep, he just instant conceded. Smart man.
Oh, gross.
Life link was a mistake.
Right. So EOG. You're looking at Chromium, blue, white, and black. You got Azor, who's blue and
I will
white.
take a quick break to get some food.
Oh, that's right. I should throw him in there too.
I mean, you're already running those colors.
I'm already running the colors.
Might as well just go for it. And the Immortal Sun, because it's the Immortal Sun. Like, why not? Right. You're not running a Planeswalker, so might as well stop your opponent from activating theirs.
Yeah, I might even still throw a Planeswalker in if I already have one that fits the deck, just because.
Well, yeah, there's exactly. So let's see. So what are the strengths of the cards you currently have?
Oh, okay. So I'm just I'm looking at the rare cards only right now. Because I just don't have that great of a knowledge of what's in here.
Sure.
And I ran across this guy I haven't seen before. Teshar, Ancestor's Apostle.
Okay.
Flying, whenever you cast a historic spell, return target creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Interesting.
I'm not sure if that's great or not, but I do have a couple of sagas that are good.
Mm-hmm.
And I know sagas are historic.
Right. Artifacts are also historic.
So
artifacts, sagas, and legendaries.
All right. And I almost feel like it's too much too much big fat cards if I throw in.
Oh, yeah, I see there. Right, white, blue, and black are not terribly known for their mana ramp, but you are splashing black. Blue has draw, black has reanimator. You might have a couple reanimator cards. Maybe go that route.
Maybe.
Your early game, I'm not exactly sure just yet, but I mean you're playing white and blue. There's a couple white and blue are both good at small. Well, most of the colors are still relatively good at small creatures. You can defend using the small creatures, or with blue you've got some counter spell type stuff. I know some people will hate the fact that I mentioned that, but you've got some denial. It exists. You have denial. You're in that color. Blue and white specifically, there's been a couple of decent counter cards made from the new set that you may have a couple of. And then, so that protects you until you get to your late game, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what this is looking like.
And then you use, who was it that could, the one, what was it, Angel or whatever, that could bring back the smaller guys.
Right.
So there we go.
See, I was thinking that if I play him and he doesn't get immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I don't know if he would warrant anything powerful to kill, because he's a 2/2 and he's bringing back things that are relatively.
Oh, it's a
cheap.
bird. Gotcha. Yeah.
But I mean, that could really help me if I throw out a saga or something afterward, or
sure.
Artifacts.
Sure. Is it what does it bring back specifically?
Creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from the graveyard directly to the battlefield whenever I cast a historic spell.
When you cast a historic spell. So, okay, so historic is artifact, saga, legendary, and then you get to converted.
Oh, legendary too.
Yes. Converted cost 3 or less comes back from your graveyard to battlefield.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, so you'd want to, I think what you'd want to do in this, you may be able to find, I don't know, is there any, I'm trying to think, maybe you could run, and this is just another, maybe, and or situation. Blue has a high affinity for artifacts, usually small, like your Thopter type artifacts,
right.
And you might be able to even generate them as a defense. And God knows for what you have. Maybe you have a way to sacrifice them to gain mana or something, and then you can play something bigger. I don't know. It depends what you have. But all those Thopters would be historics, but that says cast a historic spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be able to just generate.
You wouldn't be able to generate a Thopter. Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But there are lockets that give mana that are...
Sure, there's tons of cheap artifacts.
So I could throw in some sort of mana generating or just otherwise cheap artifacts for that.
Hey, Fountain of Renewal. That's a cheap artifact.
Right? Yeah. I honestly might just make 4 of those.
I've
got a lot of the...
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you for making a set of those. I've considered making a couple more myself. Explosive apparatus. Really, it's kind of like whatever you got laying around that costs like 1 or 2 mana. Because basically what they're saying is that would proc. Like, you're gonna, proc to get another guy that costs like 3 or less.
What did Tristan do?
Tristan, why?
So...
Well, what I miss?
So I found a video a couple days ago where some guy screams, "I'm making fucking mac and cheese and no one can stop me." And I've been thinking about that video a lot recently.
Nice.
And earlier today during the stream, I pulled it up at the very beginning, just as like a haha, very funny, ho ho jokes. And then I went over to start playing my my lo-fi beats and accidentally hit the "I'm making fucking mac and cheese" song.
Oh man.
And I've really just been thinking about that for the last 3 hours.
That is amazing.
Did you make any mac and cheese? Or no?
I thought about it.
Okay.
So your stream is lying.
Dang it.
Got cereal.
I want to smell that mac and cheese.
It was either eat cereal or eat a straight out of a box. I'm not a box, like a bag. Tuscan flavored broccoli.
Okay.
Sounds like a decision to make, huh?
What's loud?
That's a tough decision to make.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, it'd be weird if I'm just grabbing single pieces of broccoli and just popping them in my mouth. I gotta at least look like a semi-adjusted human.
Yeah, EOG, what's... yeah, go ahead.
How about this inspiring cleric? It costs 3, so I could bring it back, and 3/2, when it enters the battlefield, gains 4 life.
There's a quick kind of protection factor right there.
Kind of feels okay.
Yeah, I was just about ready to ask, like, what things do you have that cost 3 or less that have some kind of a impact?
Castle of Castles here. I don't know, man. I'm scrolling through right now.
Okay.
Like, I just don't really know my cards that well.
Right.
If Castles of Castles is not the next Yu-Gi-Oh card, I don't know what is.
Yeah, but by the way, I threw together something the other day that was relatively cheap to build. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible either. And now you got to understand, this is this is kind of like an answer to, I was playing against a lot of kind of slow control-y stuff, and my control deck wasn't as good as theirs, so they won. And my answer was, well, you know what? Let's just be fast. Right?
Okay.
So I decided to just build essentially a burn deck with goblins. And it's all relatively cheap. The stuff that's in here, some of the rares that are in here are like not entirely necessary. They're nice but not needed. But essentially, I went and I just grabbed all the cheap burn spells that I could, and then just typed Goblin into the search bar and went go, 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 go. Not bad. I mean...
How did it go?
Go Gadget Goblin.
Yeah, dude, it does surprisingly well. The idea is you the angelic goblins. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Oh boy.
But
Angelic goblins.
Yeah. The idea was just, don't have anything that costs a heck of a lot. In fact, the average on my deck is 2.32. Really low cost. In fact, I'm only running 22 lands. I might even be able to cut a couple more. Because in reality, the Siege Commander is 5. Siege Gang Commander, which is just extra removal with all your Goblin tokens. You hurl them at people for 2 damage a pop. And then...
That sounds like goblins.
Yeah, and then the finishers, what you can do is you can get people down, and then if you get to that stalemate situation where you can't attack anymore, you just Banefire stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's X, red X spell to any target. If it's 5 or more, it can't be countered and the damage can't be prevented. So, it's like, oh, you got a counter spell? Too bad. Oh, you got a nasty planeswalker I can't deal with? Boom, Banefire. So, and, there's some things that really worked out well, like Gutter Snipe ends up being kind of cool. He's a goblin that does extra damage.
He's a dumb, stupid, powerful card, and people just don't realize it.
Yeah,
I have him literally in my hand right now.
Yeah, Gutter Snipe is ridiculous because he's a goblin, and I have an amazing amount of spells. I have 17 spells in the deck. So every time I cast one of those, if he's on the table, 2 more damage to the opponent's face. It's usually like, oh, here's a lightning strike and 2 more damage. Now, this deck could... You choose not to use Gutter Snipe out of principle. So you don't like winning games.
Yeah, basically.
No, I mean I get it, but I mean it is what it is. Yeah, I mean now there's people out there that just love making meme decks, and they work.
Hello, yes, my name is Tristan Gold.
Yeah, exactly. When they work, they work. But I was like, look, I am doing these quests, but at the same time, like I do kind of want to win some games. I was in like gold rank 3 yesterday, and got knocked back down to like gold 4 because. Oddly enough, the quest was like, play lands. I'm like, well, that's easy. And then, they mana screwed me 3 games in a row. Cackling Drake Turbo with 1 water knot. There you go. Is yeah, so like sometimes, the point is sometimes the simple stuff works. Right? You can make some pretty easy stuff. There's another card that I was looking at. I only have 1 copy of it. If I had more, I would just run that one. Don't you hate being mana screwed? Yeah, of course. Of course. But an Is It variant is the Beam Splitter Mage. Have you seen this guy?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So the idea is you cast a buff spell on him, and then it also hits another one, and it's another copy of that spell. And so you're already playing Is It, so you run like Wee Dragonauts, and every time a spell you cast, every time you cast a spell, they get bigger for that turn. And so the Beam Splitter Mage is like, you play the buff on him, Wee Dragonauts gets a buff, and then the copy goes to Wee Dragonauts, and they get the buff, and because it's another copy of a spell, they get another buff. It's pretty gross.
Buff on buff on buff on buff.
It's real gross, real fast.
Kind of like this mono blue deck I've got. It's really cheap, and it's also cheap to play, right?
Right.
So, I don't know if you've faced this deck before, but it's got a lot of counter spells. It's got Tempest Dingeon, Mistcloaked Herald, that kind of crap. Yeah.
Effect copying and duplicating is a mistake. Yeah. Life gain is also, as was mentioned earlier.
Life gain is a mistake.
Yeah. Like, these are the effects that just ruin everything. But, and here's, like, I understand that, you may not necessarily want to play the mindless, go face, burn opponent deck. But I mean, sometimes that's all you got to play. If you don't have a lot of cards, a lot of these decks are easy to make.
Yeah,
they really are.
And the same goes for even a control deck. I would argue that a handful of counter spells or a handful of just straight up removal. Murder, Vraskas. What's the other? Cast down. Like, a handful of those is just as cheesy as a guy running goblins and lightnings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a different flavor.
Too true.
Okay.
One's cheddar, the other's Swiss, and the other one's Gouda,
But what about that Gruyere, though?
Yeah, exactly.
You made that up.
No, I love Gruyere.
It's not real.
Gruyère's
Man,
delicious.
people can just make up whatever they want and call it cheese.
Yeah.
It's good as cheese.
It's fancy cheese.
It is fancy ass cheese. I had to work with it because I worked at a fancy ass place.
Built my Drake boys out of things I found in the trash can and cardboard. I painted over with crayon. There you go. Alksun. Alksun? Alksun?
Okay.
Cthulhu! Cthulhu!
Cthulhu. Cthulhu.
Behold the power of cheese.
So I'm gonna expose myself real quick.
Uh-oh.
Good thing we're on 18 plus.
Yeah. Well, so this is. I think I've been out memed.
Oh no.
You
So-
can't.
So recently, because I'm like, I haven't been feeling too good about myself. I need like an ego boost. So I downloaded one of those dating apps online with a bunch of friends over the weekend.
Okay.
And we like made funny profiles and everything like that.
Okay.
And like, I've only had one conversation on it so far, and I'm gonna read it out. The person in question, their bio just reads a bunch of stuff about them, and then at the bottom it says "fuck Stuart Little," and that instantly caught my attention. So I went, "Okay, I'll bite. Why fuck Stuart Little?" And then here's the conversation that came from that. Imagining circling around the parking garage for a long ass time and finally seeing an open space, and then you turn the corner, it's fucking Stuart Little parked there with two angry emojis.
Nice.
And then I say, well, does he have a car that's proportional to his body? Like, is he taking the whole spot or like a tenth of it? And then I get the response, yeah, he's taking the entire damn spot. You can't park over the motherfucker. You got me fucked up. I don't know. I don't know. Mind you, this is the only conversation I've had on this app so far. And I think I can finish it. I got what I wanted out of it.
Wow.
Yeah. Amazing. Life's a beautiful thing.
Very nice.
We were little. I've been thinking about that all day. Just fucking. But the worst part is I can see it, like his dinky ass body and that smug look he has in all those pictures.
Awesome.
I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
Oh man, ran into a Nexus of Fate deck. This sucks.
Oh.
Nexus of Fate is so lame. Nexus of Stall.
Yeah, seriously.
Come on, when you use a card that says take another turn after your turn, I mean, you just know you don't have a win condition. There's no win condition here.
Yeah.
Just trolling.
Yeah, I lose this one pretty hard.
Take control of your opponent. Yeah.
I wish. That'd be a cool card.
Take your opponent's next turn. Why though? It's only a matter of time before that's a Hearthstone card, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know it. You know they're dreaming.
Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game?
Yeah. Vraska's emblem.
Fucking why does that exist?
So, is there a limit to the number of sagas you can have out at once?
Don't think so.
No, I don't believe so. You can have multiples of the
Okay.
same one. I've seen it.
Awesome.
She gets 2 loyalty at a time. This is dumb and I dislike it.
I'll be right back.
This is super weird deck, man. It's gonna be so stupid.
Sounds about right.
So my first pile of 4 is 4 really powerful endgame style cards.
Right.
And then my next pile of 4 is I've got 4 blue creatures that are 3 converted cost that do something when they enter the battlefield blue-like, returning creatures to their hands or tapping them.
Okay.
My next pile of 4 is Inspiring Cleric and what's the other one? Oh, the Imperious Oligarch. So it's 2 creatures with some form of life gain that do something good when they enter the battlefield. So I've got 8 total creatures that are just kind of decent to play, but also can be brought back.
Gotcha.
I'm wondering if I'm leaning too hard into that, but either way, they're going to be fine to play. So
yeah.
It's not like. And now I'm kind of looking towards, I need draw and I need more historic stuff. And I just searched for sagas, and I have a handful of sagas that are all okay. So if I don't get mana screwed, I mean, I've got Triumph of Gerard, I can put 2 of in there. I've got the Eldest Reborn, I don't want to put more than 2 of in there.
Right.
I have one History of Benalia, which is pretty good. Creating 2/2 knights with vigilance and then giving them buffs.
Right.
And I have 1 Time of Ice, so it's like 6
wow.
sagas I'm going to put in here.
Nice.
This is a little. I'm worried a little bit about the heavy leaning into this,
yeah.
but I mean, I won't know until I try it. I
Right.
guess if it'll work.
Right.
Now I really need to do some balancing. I need some draw. I need probably a couple of artifacts just in case I need to work. I need more to work with this apostle. Maybe I should have some artifacts that give me some draw. I can accomplish 2 things at once. But okay, this looks okay so far. I don't have much instant or sorcery in here. Maybe that's a problem.
Could be.
Let's see. You know, if I could get a counter that draws cards, that'd be great.
Oh, this guy's playing a Biogenic Ooze deck.
What's up? It's D-Pain!
D-Pain!
Hoot, hoot.
Oh, man, just not hitting the mana. Of course, that's the, you know, them's the breaks.
Big if true. Here's a question. So someone brought this up to me recently, and well, they posted on their Twitter, and I saw it, and I'm like, I don't agree with that. So, what is your thoughts on doing a co-stream and having someone have push to talk on it?
I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, me neither.
That's just a knee-jerk reaction. Yeah. I could change my mind with more like stuff, like more reasoning. But
right.
One of the greatest things about co-streams is feeling like you're all in the same room.
Yeah.
Like, and you only want to have one of us unmuted, so you don't get an echo. And
yeah.
If I say something funny, and I know it's rare, but it happens, and you guys laugh, but you're not pushing to talk. You know, it does translate a little bit of awkwardness to the viewer.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw that on I forget whose Twitter, just like recently. I also bring it up because I'm muting because I'm eating cereal.
I mean, it's a little bit different, like, if there's a reason. But in general, I think generally, if you're streaming, you're not on push to talk, so if you're co-streaming, you shouldn't be on push to talk.
And I think that depends on I guess it does depend on the streamer. Like, if they're push to talk, if they're good at, you know, knowing when to do it, like maybe there's a reason, you know, an outside reason that they have to do it, you know, some kind of outside or, you know, background noise that they can't really deal with or something. I would kind of hope that that's not the case, and they're, you know, making, you know, they've got themselves a decent enough situation to stream in that they don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not always the case. Everybody gets to hear the barking dogs. That's right. Yes, indeed.
Victor's got demon dogs living near him. confirmed.
Considering just playing a risk factor right off the bat. It's a little early for that, though. I'll just play another one of these. They guard the water tower with Cerberus, yes.
Dude, Greek mythology is great. I feel like everyone had a phase growing up. Mostly, at least for me, it was because of Percy Jackson, where everyone fucking loved Greek mythology.
It's just fun, man.
It is fun.
It's like kids loving dinosaurs. It just is. It's just fun.
That's right.
Did you guys ever get into, like, was there a specific book series that was big when you grew? Because every kid demographic has, like, one book series that they're super
The one that was big when I was in middle school into high school was Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Ah.
The books were coming out while I was in middle school.
Okay. Gotcha.
I think the first book, maybe the second book was out when I was going into middle school. So with as many books as were released, it was basically through my entire schooling career.
Ooh, wow. That's kind of nice.
It was pretty cool. What was weird about the Harry Potter series to me was that I felt like it kind of felt like it was a perfect book for someone like a middle schooler to read.
Yeah.
Except when it wasn't. And, like it was for like 3 books. And then shit started getting weird and people started dying and like it read more like a young adult book, which was fine for, you know, people my age because we kind of started growing up with it.
I think that was kind of the point at that point.
Well, the problem was that the books were already out, and so my friends' younger siblings would be like trying to go through the whole series in elementary school. So it definitely, like, it worked fine for me, but it didn't. I don't feel like it was, you know, it doesn't stand well now that it's all out. You're like, okay, you can read a Harry Potter book, but you're only allowed to read 1 a year.
You grow with this. Sphinx of the Guild Pack is all colors, flying, hexproof from monocolored. Does that mean that you can't hit it with single colored spells?
Correct.
Oh,
so
no.
it's D-Pain. I really liked the first couple, but I read them in elementary school, and then after that, I kind of felt like the writing wasn't quite good enough, and it wasn't quite, like, didn't hold my attention quite well enough for me to keep pushing through the huge books, and so I moved on to other series.
Yeah. I still just dislike that it's called all colors. Blood Manos, all colored.
Man, that's an awkward. It's an awkward
Place to
hand.
personalize with their, like, vegans crossed
I'll
with
keep
people.
it, though. I'm gonna see.
Yo, but have you read Atlas Shrunk? Stop.
Just stop.
How many counters do you think I should put in here?
All of them. Don't stop. Just.
Novelist friends, they talk about nothing else. A couple. I don't know if they talk about mine aren't exclusively talking only about books, but I guess that's just, I don't know. But yes, I have a couple of, by novelist you mean actual authors, right? Yeah. Like, hey, look at me, I wrote 9 novels and also a single mom. I do know a couple of, yeah. It's weird. That's weird. That is not what they talk about, at least the ones that I know. It's not what they talk about all the time, but interesting. Almost
Did
thought
I
about
do
just
math incorrectly?
using burn right on their face.
Oh no, I did math incorrectly. 5,
Why?
6, 7, 9, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, I did math incorrectly. Oh, I really done messed up.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Don't mess up. You're not supposed to do that.
It's too late for that. Sure.
So I guess this guy's playing counters. We have to try for it, though.
You got it.
Oh, we got it.
Nice. Look at me, I wrote like low-key, anyone could write a book.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You don't have to be like good at things to write.
And you know,
Oh, that's not so bad.
I think that's
It
a very
also depends.
novel concept.
Oh.
I'm not sorry.
Well played. Well played.
wow. By the holy light.
By the holy light.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, I don't even.
One
I don't even. Yeah.
I'm like, did I deck?
Did I deck? Hello? Excuse me, sir? Did I deck? Yes. Perfect.
Nice. Tried writing creative things once. Wouldn't recommend it.
I used to do. I used to run a Dungeons and Dragons party.
Mm-hmm.
I did that for quite some time, and I got used to having to come up with creative things. You know, the people you play with are kind of like jaded to, you know, a lot of people that play that have heard a lot of like cliche like stories and things like that. So you have to
Sure.
work on finding ways to keep things spicy. And so I've done that. I have done that enough that I don't know about writing a book. The thing about books is where I would get lost is in like scenes and conversations.
Okay.
What I like to envision, write, and like provide to people are large plots, like bigger, you know, wider ideas, settings, things like that. So, I mean, I could probably write a book, and it would probably be horrible to read because the each individual event would feel forced. But it would probably be one of those books that people walk away from and go, or at least I like to think it would. People walk away from and go, I don't know, I didn't really enjoy reading that, but the concept was cool.
Right.
Gotcha.
That's where I feel I
Sometimes
would
all
fall.
you need.
Swamp, I think you're still muted. See, you're back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm fighting my microphone here. I'm having a bad fight with it.
Hmm.
I didn't enjoy the sex.
You're not an
concept.
instant. I've made a mistake.
So a movie writer, maybe. I feel like I have to be part of a team. Like I would have to, I'd have to have like a screenplay written by someone else who's good at that, based on what I wanted to do. Like I fully acknowledge that I couldn't produce something that people want to sit there and keep watching. Like it would.
Well, what genre do you think each one of us would be best at writing? I think that's an interesting concept because we're all slightly different.
I'm sorry. Wait, Tristan, Did you say that again? You're asking the viewers what you think we're good at, or what did I miss?
Yeah, I think Tristan was asking. Well, it was just an open question.
We're mentioning though what everyone else You think what everyone else would be good at.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Also, I'm starting to wonder if Tristan's mic died or something, because I haven't heard him in a bit.
Fuck.
But I heard him.
I was talking and then I realized that I didn't hit the button all the way. Anyway, yeah, so it's like you basically figuring out like if we were making what genre of movies would be most comfortable making.
Oh, genre of movies.
Or yes, or like if you're, directing a movie, what would be the classic Swamp movie? And then I ended that saying that Swamp would make Citizen Kane too.
Nice.
No, a wrestling movie like a Rocky Balboa, but in a new style. Yes. I like that far better.
Oh, the Bane fire for the win.
Bane.
Can't be countered. Wah wah.
Na 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 na.
El Nacho 2, directed by Swamp. There we go.
Yeah. I like it.
I do too.
There hasn't
Nacho.
been like halfway decent comedy movies in a hot second. At least that I can remember off the top of my head. There's like Happy Death Day is coming out. That's always a weird one.
I am trying to envision what kind of movie EOG would be adept at writing.
Planet Earth 3. More planets this time.
More well, EOG just said that he's, he used to run, like D&D groups, and they
Definitely fantasy, yeah.
Well, I was thinking go more sci-fi, just to switch things up and to keep people, or it could be some kind of weird kind of hybrid.
Yeah.
Right? You know me well.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah,
Got it.
If you can get fantasy to somehow turn into a hybrid sci-fi, that like even if it's not much, just a little bit,
right?
You can definitely throw people off guard if they're expecting one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nailed it, boys. Nailed it.
In there.
What do you mean they're Steam mechs? I thought this was the Dark Ages. Oh, man.
I mean, has anybody played Xenogears? Kind of a perfect example, I think.
Xenogears.
Oh, I'm familiar with the game. I've never played it, but I'm familiar with it. I was thinking of a couple other. There's Arcanum Steampunk, Magic Obscura. There's War Machine Tactics.
Yep. There are a lot of good examples.
Yeah.
So in Xenogears, it's like hand-to-hand combat and also giant robots. And in I just played Phantasy Star. Was a sci-fi, hugely futuristic, awesome world. Now is a little more like things were destroyed, and now you're playing like using laser weapons in melee combat stuff, like that sort of thing.
Nice.
Lasers. We'd like to hear it.
Sure.
Giant
freaking laser.
Lasers.
So I'm getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Just gonna go ahead. Seed.
How dare you drop a
hand looks
vanilla
really good.
4-2 on the board and think that's not going to die instantly? I'm personally offended.
I learned my first lesson. It wasn't about my deck, or it wasn't about deck building. It was about this deck in particular. Really need white mana. I might even want a mulligan just for planes, even if I look good otherwise.
Gotcha. Do you? What do you have in the way? I didn't see what you put in as far as lands are concerned.
Actually, that's a good point. I just had it do planes, just normal basic lands, but
Right.
it's like, it's 24 lands, and it's like 11 planes. I don't know, I let it auto-calculate, and I kind of agreed with it, so I just let it go.
I was just wondering if you added any multi-lands, any multicolor.
No, I probably should. I didn't even think about that.
If you have the ones, they're a little rarer. If you have the ones that that say, you know, it comes into play tapped unless you control one of these 2 basic lands. Those ones are really good.
Yeah, those sound
I like
good.
those above even the pain lands of the, you know, comes into play tapped or pay 2 life.
Yeah.
Like, I like those even more than the pain lands, but... But those aren't bad either. And I mean, the gates are also... They're okay. They're a little slow sometimes, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, guaranteed comes into play tapped can be sometimes the difference. Man, this guy's just got... He's playing a gate deck. Really?
Everyone, get in!
First player tokens. Rating with a party of 4.
Woo!
Whoa! Hello.
Hey.
First player tokens. You guys
Welcome.
know. Yeah. You guys, I think have known Sigourney Beaver. Rated big boy. Hello. What's
Hey.
going on?
Corny beaver.
Nice. This is yeah.
Sigourney Beaver.
Yeah, that's awesome. It probably shouldn't be, but it is. Very nice.
Not my attention.
Goblins everywhere. Yeah, this is the Costream. If I know you all are coming in on Twitch, there's 3 other people here hanging out over on the Mixer side. I multi-stream, so Thursday nights we get together, we play games. We were talking about movie writing a moment ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you probably are lucky you didn't show up really early in the stream.
What are you trying to say?
What did you think I was gonna try and segue to really roughly?
Look at this guy with his Gate Colossus. Come on now.
Look at this dude.
Look at this guy.
Look at this dude.
Look at the top of his head.
Look at the top of his head. That's right. Ugh. What do I even do about that? 3-5. I
Try.
get. Well, maybe. What else are they running? I don't want to have to send all those goblins and all my damage spells to block. And in fact, they can't even block him. Gate decks. Why you got to be? How do we want to deal with that?
Trust
Take
myself
4
making-
damage.
I don't know if I trust myself making a good movie.
Draw cards, really?
I feel if I had to if I was part of a team, I could help out because I can improve a scene. I just couldn't write one to start.
Right.
All right, Pyromancer then.
Like if you give me a scene that's like half finished and tell me to finish it, I'll probably come up with something half decent.
We gotta go
But
face.
it's just that
and
initial
take the block.
concept.
Tried Keyforge yet? No, I have not tried Keyforge yet. There is lots of talk about it.
What's a Keyforge?
Keyforge. Oh, it's. Well, I should have tokens probably explain. Tokens, go for it. Explain.
He's jumping in the Discord. I don't know.
No, I don't. Maybe not. I don't know. If you need to, we can.
That would have been a
answer.
really grand entrance. I would have to say.
Nice.
And here he comes.
Nice. Made by Richard Garfield apparently.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah, well, the dude that made Magic, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so apparently I just read
me down.
that,
Oh, there he
Mixer's
is.
having issues today.
Oh, really?
Because of course it is.
Great. First player is here. You guys ready?
Sure, go ahead.
In we go.
Hey,
Hello.
people.
Hey.
How are you guys?
Man, we're
Pretty
Oh,
good.
all right.
we're
Pretty
good. We're good.
Yeah, basically Keyforge, you're trying to forge 3 keys by getting Ember by playing cards and stuff.
No way.
Every deck is unique. No 2 decks are the same. It's all procedurally generated. Each deck will have a combination of 3 different houses out of 7 right now. And each deck starts at $10. You do not have to chase any rares or anything. Your deck is the deck you get to use. So it doesn't cost near as much as Magic. So
Okay.
$10 for a deck. $40 for a starter set, and that gets you all the tokens you need, 2 learning decks, and 2 sealed decks. that are the procedurally generated.
Okay, point counterpoint. Arc. I mean, not Arc. Whatever the thing, the Dota one was.
Oh, Artifact.
and-
Oh, there's some talk about
Yeah.
that too. Oh,
I won't. Yeah, I'm not even get that doesn't seem too interesting to me. Yeah, I just got off a stream, and a certain guy who's made the certain rounds on YouTube videos of other streamers, goading them into saying his name was in my game. Ice _ you get the rest if you think
Oh
about
yeah, yeah. That's just a tale as old as time.
it. Yeah.
The
But yeah,
story that I tell my children.
nice.
But yeah, you definitely watch. There's gameplay videos of it on YouTube. I highly suggest checking it out. And yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I personally do like it better than Magic because it's less money to get involved in. You can play competitively with just one deck, and you'll be fine. That sort of thing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to some more of those. What are the so the way that the way that you get decks, like it's not booster packs and things like that,
Yeah.
right?
You
Well,
you
go
buy
ahead.
you buy a single deck.
Yeah.
The name is completely unique as to anybody else. The art on the back is unique as compared to anybody else. The composition of the deck is unique compared to anybody else. And you register the deck on a phone app for tournaments and stuff.
How does collection go afterward? Like, you want to buy, you can swap in and out cards. How does that work?
Nope. Your deck,
Oh.
the deck stays together, and you can sell that deck to other people. You can deregister it on your app, and they can then register it on theirs.
I see.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I remember there
It's-
being. Let's go ahead. Sorry.
It's really cool. And in fact, Shenanigans, is it okay if I mention my stream tomorrow? Because that's what we're mainly going to be doing.
I mean, that does sound interesting. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
In fact,
I mean,
I'll give you a. No,
I
that's
wanna-
cool. No. It's actually
So a
it's on
game full of
topic.
whiz-bang decks.
Only if
full
you
of
tell us
whiz-bang.
who's gonna miss.
Well,
Nice.
Shenanigans, I know we had that issue with Voldemort. So yeah, that's why I wanted to ask your permission.
No. That's all good. Let me. Let me. Oh, come
Should ask
on.
him the question though.
Don't mind the music. That's being weird.
That's okay.
It wasn't supposed to do that.
Yo, I had a
Twice.
jazz version of a few of my favorite things playing earlier today.
Hit them with the question.
But yeah, if you guys do want to see how the game works, I am streaming tomorrow
There you go.
around 11 a.m.
That's your boy.
Pacific time,
There you go.
and I'm
So
going to
I'm
be
gonna drop
doing
a.
that game live from my local game store.
Yeah. So
Nice.
there's another cool thing, man. First Player Tokens does do the LGS. He's very supportive, and they're supportive.
Oh, yeah.
They're supportive to him. So.
Oh yeah, they let me stream down there, and I get like 99% of my games down there.
Sure.
What's an LGS?
Local game store.
Local game store.
Yeah. The
Oh.
real deal stuff, man.
See, I've never had one of those. So.
Yeah, and we're also going to be playing a Fortnite board game. It's not really.
Wait,
it's not
that
really
exists? Oh.
It's a battle royale. Yeah, there's a battle royal board game out there called Last One Standing, and it's
Interesting.
so fun. The characters are all stereotypical stuff, but
Right.
the art style looks a lot like a Fortnite-y type of style.
What's it called?
Interesting.
Last One Standing.
So is there going to be a last one standing hype zone?
I don't know. But yeah, I'm surprised they didn't. I'm surprised they
Nice.
didn't
This
enter agreement.
Awesome.
And it can play up to 8 people. To be honest.
Excellent. That sounds pretty cool. You're playing, so that's going to be in the stream tomorrow, right? Did we lose him? Uh-oh. We may have lost him. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he said that's going to be on the stream tomorrow, so that's kind of interesting. Very neat. GG. Oh, hello. Hello. Been lurking for a bit. Guys, is everything okay? Have I lost some kind of connection? Hello?
Oh yeah, no, I literally did get kicked out of the Discord. Oh, this is interesting.
Whoa, that was weird. I think
I
I got
was-
muted.
I was asking a hypothetical, like, oh fuck, like that joke really didn't land.
Well,
Oh, so I'm not the
I-
only one that just weirdly got muted from everything.
No, mine did absolutely.
I was saying Bueller, anyone?
Okay.
'Cause I didn't hear you guys, so I don't know.
Well, it's Discord being
please.
Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're
Okay.
charging money for it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Drop
was
stuff.
just making sure. Yeah, I was asking if you were.
Hello?
That was what you were playing. That was the last one standing tomorrow. Tomorrow on the stream.
Yes, and
Okay.
and Keyforge as well.
Right.
If we can get them both in, which we should be able to get them both in.
Very nice. Awesome.
Yes. And then we will be going into. Oh, should I mention the PC stream, or just I don't know how.
Might as well.
But,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to get shenanigans okay first before I do it.
The PC stream.
Is it?
Whoa!
Yeah, my PC stream.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Salty? What's up, Rage?
Salty.
Hey, Salty and
Hello,
Rage,
friends.
what's going on, guys?
Hey,
Salty
you guys
and
are finally
Mud.
done. All
I
right.
take it you guys are done.
Oh boy.
The
Whoa,
Salty
the
Rage
Rage
raid.
Whoa!
That means he won. Because
Salty.
as per Monstrous's rules, he only gets to
Yep.
raid if he wins.
So
You know how this works.
Whoa!
What? Win hype.
Welcome, welcome.
Sorry for spoiling it, but
Holy
that's-
smokes.
I got excited.
Did you win?
Yeah.
Holy shit, guys!
My chat
so
may
much.
be broken.
Yay! We love to
It's
see it.
fully borked.
Wait, hold on. I have raid music. I prepared for this.
It's trying to catch up.
Wait, no, that's deja vu. No.
Deja vu.
Oh my god, guys, that's crazy.
Guys, awesome! Thank you so
Oh,
much.
holy crap.
Here,
Keep
here's
it
the
coming.
one.
Keep it coming.
But yeah,
Go.
actually,
Bring the
Keyforge
hype.
decks-
Bring the hype.
Keyforge decks actually are being sold on the secondary market now, and I think they're. The most I've heard is like $2,000 a deck or something like that.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
for like
kind of
the really rare stuff. But
yeah, that's kind of interesting. There was
Stupid
a
banjo game. Stupid.
Wow. Keep it going. Let's go.
Oh my
Let's go.
god.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh. Oh.
I got
just
like
ran
an
out.
actual
Just ran out.
basilisk as a card, and I'm scared. Ooh, Tikander, hello.
Oh my gosh! Hell yes!
Thank you.
Thank you. guys
Holy
so much.
shit. Where's the
Woo!
time and all?
Well, guys, welcome to the stream. You guys did some wonders for our numbers right now.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Um,
I'm
wow.
stealing that.
Thank
That's
you
a
very
great
much.
phrase. Oh my god.
Wonders for the
So-
numbers.
So, if anyone is just watching right now through the hosts, I don't think hosts show the full co-stream. We have a 4-man co-stream going on right now. These are my boys. This is the horsemen here, and we are all playing Magic
to
the
the
Gathering
Tavern.
today. Shenan's is trying to teach me how to build a deck that's not pure garbage. I've made it to polished garbage at this point.
Yes.
Gilded. At
but
least
what
use
about
my
hot
turds.
garbage?
Hot garbage is only during Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Polished turd still is.
Wow,
turd.
Invis.
Hey, why you gotta be like that?
I love that you knew immediately.
Look, it doesn't take a genius to understand when I'm getting insulted.
Welcome, guys.
I'm gonna take off because I gotta get my rest and everything because this weekend's gonna be hell for me too.
Yeah, it sounds
All right,
crazy.
man.
Thanks
man.
for coming by
by.
and explaining stuff.
No problem.
Later, buddy.
No problem. Take it
Yeah.
easy.
Awesome, man. Hope I'll check you out tomorrow on the stream. Good stuff.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
anyway,
man.
what is this thing? I got a
Whoa,
creature.
65.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in ages, man. What's
Monstrous Rage, thank you for the follow.
going on? Legendary.
Legendary.
Yes, Monstrous, thank you for the follow, my friend.
Thank you
Hell
so
yes.
He's slightly out of. Hey,
Uh,
will not be.
It's-
relegated like
It's
that.
too bad that Nick. It's too bad that Nick had to leave as early as he did because I wanted to bring up, and I'm sure he's probably still in the chat, maybe, but I wanted to bring up there was a miniature game that worked very similar to how Keyforge apparently works now, and I think, and it's funny because I can't remember the name of the game because it was a long time ago, like well over 10 years ago.
Roblox.
Yes. It was, the weird thing about it was, like, I think it was ahead of his time because it was a miniatures game where you bought, but the difference was you bought things randomly, right? Kind of like your Mage Knight style, right? Except that you then registered. Yeah, it was a little after HeroClix, yeah. It was a little after, but right around that time, and you registered all the stuff that you got into your account. The hard part about it, like, it was really strange because a lot of the game was actually played on your phone, and this is at a point where smartphones just barely took off. Right? Like, we're talking over 10 years ago.
Jeez.
Yeah. Smartphones were, like, brand new at the time. They did not have phones. Yeah, and it's funny that
I got phones.
Yeah, that's kind of the main reason that it failed, is because you didn't use measuring. You didn't use, it's a miniatures game, but you weren't able to use, conventional things like actual dice rolls and measuring, tape measures or anything like that. Even though that's really how it played, it was all done on the phones. Your account was on the phones, the dice rolls were on the phones, the movement, everything was tracked through the phones.
Jeez.
You do remember the game? Yeah, it's hard to remember. I can't remember the name of it now, though, because it was there and gone so fast. It was just so ahead of its time.
Didn't remember my basic bastard. Yeah.
See, I think that's the thing, Sheenans, you're kind of touching on. I know you're kind of making fun of the whole Blizzard thing of, right? Don't you all have phones?
Right.
But
at this point, we kind of do.
yeah,
Sure.
it's kind of a true statement because we know what it takes to run Hearthstone.
Mhm.
Dude, the space and the memory and the ability of your smartphone to run Diablo Immortal, whoo, laddie, you're going to have a really nice smartphone. And for those people,
Ooh,
right,
laddie. Yeah.
you're going to have one
For real.
from 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. And when you bought it 3, 4, 5 years ago, it was a mid-range, low-range cell phone to begin with.
Mhm.
So, not all cell phones are created equally. And I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the thing that Blizzard is really, really not understanding.
Mhm.
There's
That's
a lot
true,
of
too.
stream Brick Breaker from.
There's a
the
lot of people
Blackberry.
who can't do Hearthstone because it
Yeah.
takes up like 5, 6 gigs.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
you only got 8 on your phone, So I think they're really underestimating this whole, oh, yeah, mobile. Everyone's got a phone.
Hmm.
Yeah, man, we got phones, but, man, they suck,
Right.
Unless you got a brand new iPhone or a brand new Galaxy. Yeah, SD cards are cool, too, but so many apps just don't let you use the SD card or don't let you utilize it to its fullest capacity.
Like, oh,
Definitely
silly me,
not
I
the best.
spent all my money on a PC.
Uh-huh.
What's this
Joke's on you. Joke's on
PC
you.
you're referring to?
Yeah, you should have bought the, $2,000 phone.
What, you didn't want to play in Infinity War 7? And you wanted to play other games? No.
Yeah, right.
Yo, but like low-key Infinity Wars, Infinity Blade's actually a pretty good game.
And then it
Could've
won't.
bought the Soldier console.
well,
It's
Exactly.
gone now. So
yeah.
Right now you can't buy it. Yeah.
Have you?
speaking of that, I can actually bring up. Yeah, we can bring up some topics.
There was some more Soldier. Yeah, there was some more Soldier news.
He was on the Breakfast Club with
There's
Sway.
Really, I heard that there was going to be a new console coming. Yeah,
There
that's
was a new console.
that's supposed to supposedly play Fortnite. Did you hear about
Of
that?
course.
Yeah, Fortnite
What
coming
doesn't
to
play Fortnite?
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah,
well,
right. Your graphing calculator plays Fortnite.
My TI-87 Plus Silver Edition plays it.
I didn't say
Invisible me. What doesn't play Fortnite? Me.
Got that shit working on Game Boy Color.
What's got two?
Yeah, right.
What's got two thumbs and doesn't play Fortnite? This guy.
Yo, if someone plays with a trackpad, ancient Egyptians.
Oh.
Ancient Egyptians played Fortnite.
Oh man, the spice. Yeah, right.
Awesome.
So like he went on. Well, the real reason it was so bad is that he went on the Breakfast Club, which for those who don't really follow like rap music that much, is a really freaking popular. It's like the place to get interviewed essentially for an artist. They'll sponsor up and comers, and then they'll have no. It's based on it's far worse.
Yeah, is that the movie with Emilio Estevez in it?
No, but
Okay.
Anyway,
I love how you know now to the point where you know I'm fucking with you. I love
know.
that. That's good. That's good. I like that. I like that.
what in the hell?
So it's a
This man has
popular show.
16
So he went on this. Is it a podcast or is it like a televised show?
It's a radio station.
Okay.
And they'll also take the clips from it since they realized, wait a second, radio's dead, and then post it to their YouTube. In the interview, Soulja Boy mentions that every single one of the games that he has on his station is licensed. Which, by God, this man is gonna get so many lawsuits.
Wow.
So many lawsuits.
That's crazy.
I love how you said radio is dead just to get back at me.
Yeah.
Well played. Well played.
Yeah, maybe.
Well played. I mean, I'm so triggered right now, but I'm not saying anything.
But I'm sorry, it's just them young things.
You know, it's true. It doesn't mean that you can't be mad about it, right?
Dude,
Yeah.
Mon, I agree with you if you play the Save the World version. Building up your home, getting a bunch of guns, building up a bunch of traps, for those.
At that point, just play
That was
Gmod.
fun.
Come on, gee.
Yeah, I mean, but it basically.
I'm gonna go get a
But it
drink.
was
I'll be
fun.
right back.
Let me just
But,
manifest this destiny real quick.
Just gotta manifest this destiny real quick. What?
Don't worry about it.
Well played.
See, I've only done it in co-streams with other people that it's their only game and I want to play with the streamer. And then...
Oh, Mon, I'm never gonna play the Battle Royale, but I did play the Save the World a little bit, and it was fun. It's just not what anyone ever thinks of when they think of Fortnite.
Yeah. Well, I got 360 windmill on. I got a gate breaker ram.
I really...
What even is a gate? Oh, these are gates.
Dude, when I saw the vampires hit the board, I should have just surrendered immediately.
Yeah, you really should have.
I hate vampires so much.
They're the worst.
It really is.
And they got, a couple really nice cards to help them out, which is annoying, needless to say.
Yeah.
Because you have to pay for that mode. It's true, Invis. And that's kind of why I'm like, I'm okay with that mode, because it's like, you're paying for it. You're getting what you're getting, and it's you're getting what you're paying for. It's clearly designed to be that
We'll ask
mode.
him when he
And
gets
also
back.
have to deal with people that I'm not, joining the group with.
We're just gonna hear like rabid footsteps as he hears the word Dreamblade. Like, oh my gosh. Well, it's like just
Dreamblade?
okay,
No.
now it's getting much.
Yeah,
Is it Dreamblade?
I honestly do not remember. It might be. It might. I don't know.
Google's the thing.
It's been so long ago. I don't remember.
I will Google Dreamblade.
I know that the
Yeah,
game
you
did
sacrificed
not
that creature.
last very long, and I heard you guys mentioning Fortnite Save the World.
Yep.
And I have to bring up something of other recent news. So there's a couple people on my Discord, including myself, that have had at least some expectations concerning Ashes of Creation. It's an MMORPG that has some pretty interesting ideas going on. They recently have been having some, they've been doing they added a battle royale mode. And I'm actually really worried because they made a statement recently that said they are now focusing on the Battle Royale. And this is one of those, and I've been, as soon as they announced the Battle Royale mode a couple of months back, I was like, I know where this is going to go.
Yeah, yes you do.
And it's
Ouch.
right now that's really looking like where it's going to. Yeah.
MMO, Jesus. Yep. Exactly.
And I gotta say, like, as much as what I saw of the MMO aspect of Ash's creation that I thought was interesting, when I look at the Battle Royale mode of their game, and I've seen a lot of footage, they've had some open, well, from the people like that have already backed it, you know, they joined in or whatever. I guess they've had some stress tests, and the footage that I've seen, I'm gonna dumb it down and just say Fortnite with wizards, like. That's what
was the name of this game?
Ashes of Creation.
Okay, it's not the same game that I have a... There's another game that's like Fortnite with wizards. I'm in the
played that
Discord
wrong.
for it. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm really very saddened by it because it was just like, oh, is this
Maybe
going
that
to be what we...
Proletariat.
Is that Realm Royale?
Kingdom
No.
Hearts 3 with a battle royale. Please stop.
Spellbreak.
Nice.
Spellbreak. I'm waiting for pre-release alpha keys for that.
Spellbreak? That sounds familiar.
Yeah, people were really hype about that game.
So I wanted to do a draft today, but the only one that allows me to go with gold is the 2019 core set, and I'm like, well, screw that. So I
Go
guess
with
I'll...
gold. It's a smart idea.
Dude, that's so lame of them. And you know they're doing that on purpose, too,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Oh yeah.
hey, you want to spend your in-game currency on last year's shit? No, you don't want to? Oh, okay, buy our gems.
Yeah.
Yeah, buy the gem.
I could do this. Yeah, I got just enough to maybe go do one traditional draft. Ravnica.
So, can I rant about something real quick?
I'm not
Go
sure.
for it.
Yeah.
I know.
The floor is yours.
I know people really, really like Kingdom Hearts. And I know that it means so much to people that it's finally coming out. And it's this big moment where you get to like kind of relive that. Why the fuck is the storyline so confusing? Can someone explain that to me for a hot second?
Because you know what? I'm about to say
What
something
kind of
offensive.
naming?
Never mind.
What kind of naming convention is 365 over 2 days?
Look, here's the
I will
thing.
have to check that, Viz, because I'm not sure.
Did you
And that's
see
the
that
issue.
Cinemassacre video that came out as well?
I watched a lot of videos because I wanted to get hype over
okay.
this because I love the music. And like every time I walk away like, I think I get it. And then someone says the name of a character like Xenosnort, and I'm like, no. Which one? There's 20. Hold on. What was I looking up? I was looking up something.
So, I'm just going to throw my real quick 2 cents on Kingdom Hearts franchise. And I hate Disney. I've hated Disney since I was a child.
Oh wow.
Maybe
I feel like there's some
maybe-
moral trauma going on.
maybe I didn't have a good childhood. I don't know what the deal is. I just
Interesting.
fucking hate Disney.
Ah.
And I hate Disney so much to the fact that when we went to Orlando with my wife, that I insisted that we went to Universal. She's a huge Harry Potter fan, so I capitulated to all that.
Right?
I hate Harry Potter, but I hate Disney more than Harry Potter. So,
I've never
if
felt
that
so
tells
close
you
to you, Swamp.
anything,
Man.
and my problem, I like certain aspects of Final Fantasy. I think my problem with Final Fantasy, real quickly, is that when I was in high school, Sephiroth was a god to some of these kids. The goth kids all
Oh,
wanted
no.
to be fucking Sephiroth.
Oh,
Sephiroth was
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
God.
He's not
And
wrong.
Sephiroth is the most fucking bland, generic.
Thank you.
nerd.
Thank
I like
you.
Sephiroth. He's
Thank
cool.
you.
Great, he's fantastic, but you don't need to live his fucking life like Sephiroth, okay? I'm done. We're
Oh
good.
my
This man
God.
is throwing out bows.
Yeah, I'm
I
so
love
over
it.
Sephiroth,
I love
bro.
it.
Oh my God.
Kefka, you mean isn't Kefka the guy that's literally crazy?
Rage
That's
would
not
be a
a
better
high
villain. Rage would be a much better villain. Much
Oh
better.
my God.
Yeah, Rage has a cool
Wow,
backstory.
That felt good to hear.
It did.
Thank you. Thank
Dude,
you.
you know
Did it
what?
feel
The-
vindicating to a lot of your feelings, too?
This is the
Like, I
worst
just
part.
said it.
This is the worst part. Sephiroth is as much of a victim as he is a villain. That game is all about Sephiroth's fifis. Like,
Yeah.
and when everybody's like, oh, but he's so edgy, he's not. He's just not.
right?
Big
Right.
if true.
He's really not. And he plays into the whole, the best villains or the best heels, as we say in the wrestling business, are the ones with the best argument for being an asshole, right? Like that. Those are the best people, are the ones that have a legitimate gripe or a legitimate reason why they are the way they are. Yes.
Lazard Valletta
I am
is
absolutely
the best
loving
villain.
this.
Yes.
Okay, we figured out the movie we want to make. It's gonna be Swamp as the villain trying to take down Disney.
We've done it.
He wears like an inverted mouse costume where it's like the opposite colors.
Swamp
Mouse
confirmed.
Witch.
Swamp confirmed as hidden boss at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes.
Getting a coffee rage, you're gonna need one, brother. I mean, we are. Strap yourself in.
Right.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Costream. Let's ask
Welcome to
about.
the Costream. So here's
The
my thing
questions
about
don't matter and the topics are all over the place.
right. Here's my
Salty,
thing about
yeah, you
Kingdom
hit it on the
Hearts. Here's my thing about Kingdom Hearts is I feel like, first of all, I don't really like Disney either, so I was like excited to see a game become I was like, Final Fantasy with some Disney in it, that sounds great, but it wasn't. It was Disney with some Final Fantasy in it. That was disappointing. And then and the problem with Kingdom Hearts is, okay, so I'm gonna have to make an analogy here.
Oh no.
So who are the people that gravitate towards Overwatch characters like Reaper? You're
Edgy
like,
boys.
oh, he's so cool, I love it. So, oh yeah, I can teleport with my darkness. I'm so dark, it's cold in my heart. Right?
With my hate shield, yeah.
I hate so much that I'm in.
I'm not cleaning up my room, Mom.
Yeah, right. Wake me up.
Can't wake up.
And that, so what is Kingdom Hearts? It's for Disney people that want to think they're enjoying a really complex Final Fantasy style story. So why is it so complex? Because they don't want to know what it's about. They just want to pretend to know what it's about.
Wow.
Yeah.
You need 4
That's
consoles
it.
to play and know the whole story? Don't you need a phone too? Isn't there a phone game that's like integral? Absolutely throwing hands.
Then I gotta go talk to Zora. To
I'm
get
sorry,
to the
Victor. It's just that
fucking
my
part of
heart's
the
so
game.
cold.
I can't.
You can't play the phone game anymore, but yes, so it's not even available. This is some bullshit.
I think so much of it has to do with when I was growing up, and this is when it really hit its peak on PS2, right? Wasn't it PS2? Like, when there are two games
that
on
was
PS2?
yeah, that was
When
Kingdom
you walk
Hearts.
away, you don't.
Oh
hear
yeah, and it was one of those games where
that song slaps and you know it.
I had to take a stand. I was like,
It's the
I'm
only
not.
reason to buy that game.
It really is. It's such a good song. Sephiroth doesn't take the bus drive.
Yeah, that's about where we're at.
Wow.
Someone's gonna make a YouTube of it. This is why we got clips. I got a clip button and everything.
This was too long for a
It
single.
was really too long.
Oh no, you.
I mean,
you can't
technically, you
clip
can
me, I'm
you
so
can always
edgy.
find all of
YouTube
the
would kick me off
yeah,
again.
you can find all of our streams of the Tavern over on Shenan's YouTube channel.
So far, until something gets blocked.
Yeah. So it's just gonna happen.
Because that's a thing that happened. Actually, last week, my last Friday video, or my Friday stream, the VOD got blocked worldwide by Warner Music.
Whoa.
Wow.
Due to in-game music of a song from the Nutcracker.
YouTube can't contain
fuck
me.
yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, with all of our Disney bashing, Warner should love this one.
Yeah. I thought it was called Nutcracker,
They'll
not
promote it.
Ballbuster.
Hell.
Nice.
No, this card sucks. Go away.
But no, my favorite Final Fantasy is 9. And I don't know
It's
if
really
that
good?
makes me weirdo, but I love 9 with all my heart. It's one of the greatest.
9 brings back a lot of the classic stuff that was being lost from 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah,
just
8 was too mature for me. And I'm not too insecure to say it. I was like, we're humans? Like, what
No
the
shame.
like, nah, bro. Like, I'm a kid.
What?
Yeah, dude, like, they're all grown-ups. I'm a kid, man. What the hell?
Nice.
I mean, I bet you if I played it today, like, I'd get into it. Sure. No doubt.
Yeah. Full appetite.
You say that now.
Right? They don't have any of those on Xbox, though, right? Like, it is completely Sony, right?
Yeah.
Am I right
think
in
so.
that? Like, there is nothing Final Fantasy on Xbox.
I think 13 made it to the Xbox. 15
Oh, did
might
it?
have.
Yeah, may have. Yeah.
Is that right? Is that right? Okay. I remember playing 10, and like, man, I couldn't do Blitzball, and so I was just like, dude, I can't do this Blitzball thing. And I know I know I'm not the only one. I know I can't.
You know, I didn't hate Blitzball, but it wasn't great.
It was pretty clunky, you know. And
The thing is, Blitzball was clunky. Once you figured out what to do to win, you just did that and you won, and that was it. So that's why it wasn't really bothersome to me, because you just did the thing they want you to do, and then you were fine.
So here's an interesting
That's
question.
true.
And this also relates to a stream that we need to start playing out, EOG. Out of all of the kind of games in that franchise, which one do you think holds the test of time the best? In the sense of, like, if I were to watch, or if I had to stream it for the retro game stream that we have planned for charity, would that be one of those things where it's like someone like me who's never played a Final Fantasy game could like find enjoyment in it?
That's pretty tough. So everybody has their own favorite. I think it has to be 6 or later, because 5 and under are just really hard by comparison to like most modern games.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm talking hard, like, your characters can level up when you use them, so essentially the game is asking you to say, oh, this shit's too hard, I'm gonna spend an hour running in circles killing stuff to get stronger.
Right.
so it's kind of old hard, right?
Yeah, yeah, like, it's, you know, if you get high enough level, nothing's hard. So
That's the spirit.
yeah, so that's what it's asking.
Grind
you to do.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's see. 6 is 2D. I don't know how that would land with you. But it's not sloppy looking or anything. It's good. It's like end of its era good.
Is
And
6,
then-
is 6 on 3DS?
I
Or
don't
is that
know.
5?
If it is, it's remade, and the remakes look terrible.
Well, there you
They'll
go.
kind of look like toddlers. They're like 45% head.
Nice.
You know what I'm talking about.
Their bobblehead.
Yes!
What's that called? Oh, is that chibi? What's the
Chibi,
Japanese?
yeah.
Chibi,
yeah. It's chibi. Yeah. Wow. Great remakes there, Nintendo.
I honestly think 7 and 8, their stories, it's hard to appreciate their story unless you play through the whole thing, you pay enough attention to the whole thing, like, their stories are really out there. So I would say 9 is a pretty good place to start. I think 10 was okay. Mystic Quest, that's funny as hell in Viz. I'm not gonna lie, that's really tempting.
Mystic.
What's Mystic Quest? Is that a spin-off?
Yeah. So here's what Mystic Quest is. Mystic Quest is a game that came to it's a game that came to the US instead of 5 because Americans wouldn't be able to handle 5.
What?
Yeah.
That's racist. Probably realist, actually. More
Upper.
So-
Hey-oh, what's going
So
on?
there's this weird like naming convention that goes with these games.
Oh, is it birth by sleep over 165 divided by the square root of pi? Oh wait, no, it's not
No.
stupid.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
No, so what it happens is in Japan, obviously it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But in the U.S. it goes 1, and then they released 4 here, and they doctored it so it was like way easier, and they released it as 2. And then they skipped 5. They released Mystic Quest instead. And Mystic Quest has such a minimal story and such a minimal everything that the entirety of the game's text could fit in like a couple of pages.
Oh.
And then they released 6, and they called it 3 because we've only had 1 and 2 so far. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Did it ever catch up,
Look
or is
at
like?
this.
Yeah, so they started re-releasing them, like remaking them, and those ones are all like caught up. And then after they released 3, they just said fuck it and released 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 7.
Oh, that's so great.
We have 1, 2,
I
3,
love
7, and they're actually 1, 4, 6, 7.
Wow.
Good stuff, right?
Nice.
That sounds so typical, right?
Yeah.
So typical for back in the day, right? I mean, that was kind of the whole idea with Super Mario Brothers 2, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that was kind of the idea behind
Yeah.
it. It's like,
that did happen there too.
Americans, they don't really need this.
Yeah.
The titles of the
They're
Kingdom
okay.
Hearts series in order goes Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, Chain of Memories, Coded, 358 over 2 days, Birth by Sleep Recoded, Dream Drop Distance 1.5 Remix, X, 2.5 Remix, Unchained X, 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, VR Experience, and then Kingdom Hearts 3.
Great.
You know, Tristan, what I'm really confused by through all this is why you're not, just jumping into this franchise with open arms, with full knowledge of what's going on. Like, I'm just so puzzled.
He's got a point.
What's going on here? Like, why are you so?
Do you know why it's called
not into it?
2.8?
Why is that?
It's because
Do
it's
I want to?
no, you don't. Because it's 2.5 mixed with 0 mixed with 0.2. That's the naming convention that they have. One of the games is 0.2.
Wait, that math doesn't
just
even add
great.
up.
No, it doesn't.
That's just wonderful.
Wow,
And
you've
Knuckles.
said
Yeah.
you've said all you needed to say. Like, that's it. That's all you have to say.
Kingdom Hearts 2 1/4, 2 1/4. The Adventures of Timon and Pumbaa.
Featuring
Yeah.
Dante from
Right.
Devil May Cry, yeah.
Yeah. So quite
New
literally,
Super
the
Mario
Naked
Brothers.
Gun series has a better naming convention.
Go on.
Well,
The
it's,
Naked Gun
Yeah.
is one of the greatest series. It
yeah,
is. If you've never seen the Naked Gun series, it's on Hulu. It's probably on a lot of things. Do yourself the favor.
yeah.
Probably have a couple drinks first. Watch it.
Why not? Yeah.
And you'll really enjoy it. Yeah.
But yeah, there's the Naked Gun and then the sequel, Naked Gun 2.5.
And then there's the
And
the threequel.
Right? 33 1/3.
That's right. Yeah.
I still think my favorite is the
Leslie Nielsen is just
Exactly. Yeah.
a god.
You can't go wrong with
He's
Leslie Nielsen.
So good. He is the prototypical straight man. If
Yeah.
you
Yes,
ever
yeah,
want to
he's
play
funny.
a straight man, you watch him and you will learn to be a straight man in a comedy. It's great.
And
I don't mean straight as in sexual orientation, of course.
Dude,
if
he
anyone's
is so
confusing.
good at it, though.
and of course, Huffer
Yeah,
brings
he's
up Police
dead
Squad.
hands.
Police Squad is where that all started. The Naked Gun franchise.
Is that right? I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Is that a movie he did?
No, it's TV if I remember right. You can
Police Squad.
yeah.
Let me write that down.
Go dig that up and there's some more there's some more
Right?
laughs. Yeah. Yep.
Oh boy.
He's just hilarious.
Yeah.
The delivery of it's so funny how the delivery of hearing a joke can almost be as good as the person who delivers the joke, right?
Enjoy them like Phantom Menace drunken in another room. No, not in it. Late 70s, early 80s. There you go.
It definitely has that vibe. So
Yeah.
you need to get into that. You gotta prep yourself for the old, the 80s, 70s film and get yourself going, and then you can do it.
Gotta watch some primer videos first.
That's right. Watch Predator first. Get yourself going.
There you go.
You'll be good. You'll be good.
Oh, now you want to watch Airplane? There we go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Airplane.
Yeah,
Airplane's
That's not-
mandatory viewing.
it is. Kingdom Hearts mac and cheese. Yes.
Do you say mac and cheese?
Yep. Rolling that back around. Kingdom Hearts mac and
Oh,
cheese.
And the first, correct me if I'm wrong, for the first Kingdom Hearts game, because I just want to make sure my anger is well placed.
No, sorry.
Sorry, go on.
Ooh, Black
'Cause-
Adder.
Generally my anger is not well placed and very judgmental and not founded, and so I just want to admit that. The first Kingdom Hearts game on PlayStation, it was not turn-based, right? Wasn't it like live action crap?
Yeah, is it turn-based now?
No, I don't know about that, but I just want to make sure that it was. I'm remembering correctly.
Bane knows.
It was not turn-based. In almost every single, I'm pretty sure every single Final Fantasy up until that point was turn-based. Even 10.
Oh, yeah.
Was
Kingdom
one
Hearts was
turn-based?
not turn-based, and I think that was one of the first factors. In addition to all the Disney and childhood and all these other factors, right? You can't control. I think that the fact that it wasn't turn-based added a lot to it for me.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I don't know if it ever changed. Did it? I think it's always been live action.
Yeah, I don't know
Whatever
about.
you
I
call
know
it.
that the main ones, 1 and 2. I don't know about all those other point.
Okay, so you've got some of the
3.1.159. Yeah.
Okay, so
3.1,
Invisible
yeah.
says
forgot
the
the
Game Boy
Epsilon
one
sign.
is card fighter and turn-based. So, yeah. So, okay. So the later iterations are more traditional. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I was not crazy.
Final Fantasy has a canceled TG. Ooh, that would have been big.
Really?
That would have been big. Chain of Memories wasn't turn-based.
Okay. So Chain of Memories wasn't. Okay. Because, hey, if we want to talk Final Fantasy, I think was it Final Fantasy 11. I purchased. My dad got DSL internet, right? Oh, DSL.
Oh, baby.
Right.
So, we got I had a PS2, and I think I got the network connector to the
Oh,
PS2
yeah.
rolling, right?
Nice.
So then we linked it up, and then I had a Final Fantasy 11, right? Wasn't that
All right.
the MMO?
Yeah, that was online.
Yeah. And then I got the special. I also bought the special Logitech controller
Oh my
that
god.
had the controller on the outsides of it, and then it had the keyboard in the middle, right?
Yes.
The full keyboard in the middle,
Yes.
right? Yes, I had that.
Oh,
I
I
remember.
won! I won one! My polished turd! It worked!
Nice.
All right.
You really
Two
slipped
and a
up.
half
right.
hours in!
Unga bunga mia.
By the power of Final Fantasy 11.
It's not good. Oh, rip.
I'm sorry, go on about your keyboard controller.
There's not a whole lot other than that. I tried to play this as an MMO, and I just remember vividly that you could go out and kill the rabbit, no problem. You venture out and go kill the hare. Oh hell no, son! The hare is gonna kick your ass.
Dude, wasn't that frustrating?
Yeah, and I was and I was at an age where I was kind of like, I don't know, I was so young, where you're just kind of like, I don't have any interest to investigate this any further, other than fuck this, and I'm done. And I sold it and I sold the whole package to a buddy in high school.
Oh,
but,
man.
Yeah, I gotta ask him. I saw him at a metal concert a couple of years ago, and I gotta ask him again if he still has it or if he sold it, because that's gotta be nostalgia. When you say,
Yeah.
Is that the game that they revamped, or was it 13? Was the
14.
new MMO? 14. Okay.
14 was a new
That was the
MMO,
one.
and it crashed
Okay.
and burned so hard they had to
You have
re-release
to
it
play.
later as A Realm Reborn.
Oh.
But that was good, right? Like I think.
Yeah,
that-
apparently A Realm Reborn's good. I haven't really played it, but apparently it's good.
Well, that's good then. If they manage to revitalize it, more power to them.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I
no,
totally
nothing's
agree.
dead,
Plus,
right?
I think they turned the story of it having been revitalized into the story of the game, if I'm remembering right. Like, it's about, like, the world ending and then everybody kind of waking up and being like, what happened, and now we have to try to stop it, kind of thing.
That's kind of sick. I like
Oh,
Right?
The
I love
the big reset button done
They
well.
they Marvel Comics did.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Basically the best way they could have done that.
Oh no, the Flash did an oopsie. We got to fix everything. Basically, Marvel Comics in a nutshell. I just saved you thousands of dollars.
Oh my god.
Marvel.
I don't know, Marvel.
Yeah, right.
Pick one.
Oh.
I remember that was one of the ideas to save this wrestling franchise called ENA Wrestling. Total nonstop action, if anyone's heard of it.
Oh yeah.
And I remember, yeah, that was one of the big ideas, was when they were trying to rebrand, was to, do the comic book reset button on it and just have someone wake up and be like, oh man, what a horrible dream. And
Right.
here we go from here, right?
Oh,
And
no.
I think they've kind of tried to do that, but they haven't done it as successfully as comics have. But, it's tough, right? Because,
To be fair,
you
the
gotta get
wrestling
new
version of
fans,
TNA
right.
is predicated on a single joke of that. The actual meaning behind
Dude.
it is tits and ass.
dude,
Like,
dude, it's so...
Dude.
Every wrestling fan, like when it was in its iteration, when it had Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff, Scott Steiner. I mean, when it was on Spike TV
I hit the WWE button.
on Monday night, yeah, it was a big deal. And it was TNA.
Yeah.
And it was like, dude, you guys are just living off this horrible acronym,
Right.
right? Not like it, and they try to rebrand it and like, oh no, we're Impact Wrestling. It's like, no, bro, no, you're still TNA. Oh, we're on Spike, the channel for men. Okay, cool. What happens a couple of years later? Oh, Spike TV wants to have women watch the programs now. Well, no shit, right? Like, come on, and then they don't do anything about it.
Spike
so.
TV sounds like a deodorant ad. Like you. I don't know what it is, but every time I've heard the term Spike TV,
I don't
I'm
think
like,
it's not TV for men anymore. I mean, they've rebranded. You have to. Like, you can't just market towards one.
What, an uncomfortable
group,
metal object?
right?
Yeah, that sounds a good name for our TV promotion.
Yeah.
Failed alternate history project. Excuse me, what? Go on.
Alternate history project. I mean, I remember, Victor, I don't know if you do as well, if you're speaking of Spike TV, but I remember when TNN, the Nashville network,
Oh my god. Yeah.
right, was rebranding to be more competitive, and they ran Star Trek The Next Generation like it was straight crack cocaine to these viewers.
Yeah.
And that's all they played, and people loved the shit out of it. And that's what they rebranded eventually as, was Spike TV. Oh yeah, Victor, it was hilarious. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Nashville network, that used to be 24-hour square dancing,
Yep.
is now 24-hour Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. And, you know, they've also got Voyager and everything.
In their defense, Star Trek is amazing.
Oh, for sure. Oh my God. I mean, they knew what to do. They're brilliant.
They knew what they were doing.
They're brilliant. Oh yeah.
They know what was cool.
Brilliant. You know. Oh, what's home? Oh yeah, I got back from class today. Oh, what's on today? Oh hey, yeah, Next Gen's on. I can always guarantee that.
See if we can get another Picard truth bomb.
Yeah, right. Oh, good stuff. And that and for a while, I remember if you know, many people who pirated the episodes online would always, you know, they'd have a Spike TV or the new TNN logo down in the corner. Yeah, that was always classic. Yeah, when they pirated it off.
Man, that was so weird. Friend of mine was saying that what was it? He saw an A&E. I'm not sure where he saw it. It might have been online. He saw an A&E special. Well, it was back when A&E was actually arts and entertainment.
A&E is arts and entertainment,
right? Exactly. Oh, how times have changed.
Point proven.
What does MTV stand for?
Yeah, what's that mean again?
I don't know if I'm supposed to want it.
Attempt to sleep. Good luck.
All right,
Genans, go on. Yeah.
Thank you for lending us your knowledge.
Well, he didn't say what it was about. Just that it was informational and educational, and he was like, "Wait, what? What is this?
This isn't what I signed up for."
Yeah, he's like, "Wow, what was this?" And then he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember now. A&E used to be, you know, about like fine arts. I mean, there was a point where the A&E channel." The only time you saw anything even remotely like blue collar, even remotely, was like their comedy night at the Improv, which was on like late at night.
They're purists.
Yeah.
It's what?
And even that was, you know, fine. Compared to some of the other stuff, like it was, you know, yeah, it was really strange. Things have changed a lot. Of course, there was a time where TLC was the learning channel.
That's right. And if you did not know, I know probably a lot of you do know, but the learning channel actually got its start from a grant from NASA.
Oh,
that's right.
I did not know that.
I did not know that.
That's right. That's where it originally had its roots, was a grant from NASA. And that's why you find so many of those old school programs are so heavy, right? On education, learning, science, math, all that crap.
This guy just
and then now it's kind of morphed into... here's life for some people, right? I don't want to say it's not learning, because you are learning about these people, like the addictions thing. Like, yeah, it's crazy and effed up, but dude, I'm learning, I guess, right? I don't know. That's how I view it.
Yeah.
The Hitler channel to
the Her channel.
Yeah.
That's right, dude. It was the Hitler channel for so long. Like, what? 25 years? Yeah.
Excuse me, what was the Hitler channel?
History.
Oh, yeah. You don't know about this, Tristan. Oh, no. Oh, no. This was
Have you heard about Hitler?
They played him constantly. It was conspiracies, what ifs, Argentina.
Argentina in general.
Argentina.
Dude, really? No, there are people, diehards, who are like, nah, dude, Nazis went to Argentina and they're setting up a, you know, blah, 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 blah. It's like, oh, okay, cool, whatever.
You see, the Nazis went to Argentina. Sure.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
I'm just slowly backing away for other reasons.
Oh yeah, no, they went to the South Pole. Oh, okay, yeah.
No way.
Sure.
Yeah.
I believe all of that.
You're telling me this only now?
You're
know, they
preaching
had-
to the choir, man.
They had some good info. I'm not gonna get anything wrong, but a lot of that just kind of morphed into this, just like, what if? Oh, okay, sure.
They hired Alex Jones to write the scripts.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just like, all right. I mean, the Ancient Aliens guy was one of the earliest memes, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, therefore, blank.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's such a good one.
Always aliens. Every time.
Always aliens.
1,000-Year Storm, Nexus of Fate. Have you seen that one, Swamp?
No.
This guy just Nexus of Fated me for like 6 turns.
Oh, I only
What's
got
Nexus
like
of
2
Fate?
turns. Only 2 turns.
No,
I was-
yeah, this guy 1,000-Year Stormed it.
What an asshole.
Yep. For real, man.
Nexus of Fate is you play this, you get to take another turn.
Oh no.
That's the bonus card you get with M19 big order, pre-order, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that makes Salty hate people in the mono blue. Yeah.
Right.
I'm like a tamed mono blue. He's the Nexus of Fate people are like the evil mono blue.
Yeah.
The people that want to see the world burn.
They are the Hitler of Magic, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We'll just say it.
History Channel will be making documentaries about Nexus of Fate in about 10 years.
I believe it. Call it intercrossing? It's like fashion but with fundamental differences. Oh.
Ah.
Huh. There you go. Learned something today.
So I do want to also talk about what you sent out. It was an article that you sent out, Sheenans,
Okay.
about everyone's favorite, new, hot, fresh.
Soldier boy.
That's right.
Boy.
Artifact, boys and girls,
Oh.
for the Steam.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Take your Dota 2 heroes to life in this
Yeah.
card game that no one
Shut
plays.
your mouth.
Take more Blizzard ripoffs as we make a card game off of original ripoff into a card game that's a ripoff of the ripoff of the ripoff.
Whoa.
Ripoffception.
Nice.
So,
But you're not supposed to remember that part.
oh shit, that's right.
Whoops.
So it seems as if that Artifact, the card game, it has lost roughly 97% of
wrap your head around that.
original
Oh,
player base.
No.
97%.
What is
Uh-huh.
that even?
Yes. So
That's
estimates are
rough.
back in December. A gaming outlet, LYF, reported that Artifact had lost more than 60% of its players during its first week of availability on Steam.
Yep.
Now, I will interject real briefly and say that I know many people who bought it to get some packs to then try to resell them.
Right.
Many
Maybe a little
unsuccessfully. Right. Many unsuccessfully did this. But up to 97% is now the newest charts.
Yeah.
Rough.
That is rough.
And what was it? There's something else on here. Is a midnight polling on Steam. It was like 1,600 players, or was it
Something like-
16,000?
Oh,
1,600. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh my God. As of midnight last night, which has been the article was written January 14th.
It's so sad.
Right.
At midnight, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were 1,639 users. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It has fallen,
I mean-
and it has fallen hard.
Yeah, like I play some games that have lower populations than normal, right? Like World of Warships, World of Tanks.
That's a good question, Victor.
Yeah.
How many players are
You
they
know-
going to have by January 32nd?
Fucking
Yeah.
Well played, sir.
You know, it's
Well
tough.
played.
It's tough. And, you know, here's the kicker, right? Wasn't it
For
created
those who
by
don't
the
get the reference.
creator of Magic?
Yeah,
like my
well,
tweet.
and Keyforge and what is it? Is it Kaiju Chaos? Is that the name of it? The board game?
Yeah.
Richard Robo Rally, right? Like Richard Garfield. Of course, Richard Garfield has hits and misses. Magic, huge hit, right?
Right.
Artifact,
Which wasn't meant to be a hit.
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was actually only meant to fund Robo Rally. You don't trust anyone with
Yep.
Garfield in the name.
He loves lasagna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I think
You know-
the thing that killed it from the first get-go, correct me if I'm wrong, is one of those first streams on Twitch. It was this 3-lane, 3-board nonsense.
right.
And I think it's just not conducive to the card game environment. I get it for Dota 2. You're playing with 4 other people,
Mhm.
right? Like, I get it.
Yeah,
Card game, oof.
right.
And the problem is, I can't try it. You
Right.
can't. Try
Yeah.
it. We
Yeah.
can't try it. You can't see what it's about because they put this price tag on. And I think they tried to do something. What was going on in the card market? I implore that. My hat's off to you for trying something different. But it's free to play for a reason, right?
Yeah.
No one goes out and just randomly finds someone on the street and says, "Hey, dude, can you sell me crack? I
Right.
want to get high." They go, "Hey, come over to my place. Let's get high. Let's
Right.
get some crack and let's get high. Oh, by the way, I'm
I
gonna
want
sell
to believe
you
that
this
every
shit
transaction
that
is
you
this
just got
enthusiastic.
fucking high on." Exactly. Right? So that's the free to play model, is the crack
Right.
model. You
Yeah,
can't
it's an
sell yeah. You can't sell something to someone who doesn't want it. Right?
It's
Oh,
an
yeah.
addiction model.
$20?
Well, because
Oh, wow.
I'm interested in trying Artifact. I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Right.
Would you have paid for Hearthstone? Absolutely not.
Nope.
The reason I got it was
But
for-
here's the thing, right? I've paid more than $20 in Hearthstone by far.
Sure.
But that's different, right? You've given me the crack. I've tried it. I want more of it. I'll pay for more of it. Then when I want to
Right.
quit, I want to quit. Artifact, it's like, hey, you want to buy this? Oh, no, I'm good. You sure? Yeah, I have to buy it. Okay. Are you sure you can't?
Well,
In
because
any
you
other
look
way
at it
convince
too.
you? Nope.
You look at it too, and you go, "Well, if I
Nope.
buy that, if I buy that, then I don't know. Do I really want to get into this right now?" But if I were to go try it, it would basically just me be going, "I'll just try it."
Right. And
And then next day we just see EOG on the streets in a wooden box. Where it just says, "Will work for card games."
Exactly.
And card
Right.
D is
For
spelled
artifacts.
upside down. Yeah.
Yep. We'll see him on one of those just hitchhiking Twitch videos on the side of the
Just
road.
hitchhiking.
So like, out of work streamer. I gave all my money to Artifact. Help me.
Yep.
Speaking
No,
of,
I haven't
Do
been
you
to
guys
the
ever do
Thur.
IRL streams?
never have.
Would you?
I'm not really sure. I don't know if I'm entertaining IRL.
I feel like I would get in trouble if I did an IRL stream.
I'd have to cook. That'd be my only thing. I'd have to just do cooking, like a cooking IRL. I couldn't just.
See, I have a similar problem where I feel like I would try and make content, and usually trying to make content in the real world gets people in jail. Do you know the rules of shops you're entering? Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'm hitting a problem with my deck right now, Shenanz.
Okay.
Your deck prep didn't prepare me for this.
Okay. What is it?
One more to no, really interesting.
Vampires and the white life gain deck.
Oh man.
What
I mean,
do?
I mean, I'm having trouble with that currently, and I'm also playing that currently. So.
But what I do?
Right. Well, here's what I'm gonna do about it. I'm gonna concede the match because the game is over.
So I'm just like, please, is there a red card that says kill all of that creature type? Because I really need that.
So, well, creature type, yeah.
Dude, pretty much as soon as I see a vampire hit the board, I need to just concede immediately.
Which do you know exactly which one is the problem? Like which card specifically is causing? Because
so they're playing this vampire that gives all other vampires +1/+1.
Yep. Okay.
And then they're playing a spell that summons like 3 1/1 tokens, and between that combination, they usually will either have something that hurts me when they gain life, it hurts me, or like when they gain life, they can draw. They have like that sort of thing. So then they do these chip life gains. It's basically just it's too fast for me to deal with.
Right.
So I don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah. Just ignore the problem until it goes away.
Yeah. There's a couple of possible things that may help that you're running in the colors you're running. Black has, and this again, maybe you have the cards, maybe you don't. So if the vampire that doesn't buff the other vampires isn't in play, what is it? Mephitic Vapors in black could kill all the 1/1 tokens. Okay, it's -1/-1 to all creatures for a turn. But that's only part of the problem. The other problem is all the other stuff. You could run some kind of is it Ixalan's Binding in white? What's interesting about that one is it says, if it's the one I think it is, it says not only does this get exiled, but they can't play any more copies of it.
Oh.
So that's like one, you use one binding on the vampire that buffs the others, you use one binding on another one. Is that the right one, guys? Is it Ixalan?
Sure.
I'm going to look it up. Oh, how do I spell that? Try binding. Yeah, Ixalan's Binding. White and 3 enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until this card leaves the battlefield. Your opponents can't cast spells with the same name as the exiled card.
Dang.
So, yeah, one binding can stop 4 copies, or in the case of a rat deck, the deck.
All of it.
Yeah.
Dude, I just want to keep playing the rat deck until someone does that to me.
And it stops advisors, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's an uncommon.
That'd be good. That'd be funny.
Uncommon, by the way. In fact, I wonder if there's anything like it. Let's just say can't cast spells. Let me see if there's something like that that's in, some other form. It doesn't look like there's anything exactly like it.
Yeah. Mildex represent.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
It's the only card that does it explicitly like that. Ixalan's Bind. Ixalan? Ixalan.
Yeah, sure.
I could have swore I put that incorrectly. I guess it was incorrectly. But that's probably the only card that off the cuff, like maybe that's what you run because that one binding can stop all 4 copies of the buffing vampire. then another copy can stop the other, you know, another 4 copies of something.
Were we gonna shit on Atlas earlier? I don't remember. Were we? We could be.
I mean,
That's
that
always an option.
wouldn't take much.
Yeah. I mean, what did they do recently?
Exist.
Oh. Yikes.
That is a problem.
That is kind of an issue.
I mean, we're talking about the Ark ripoff that's made from the same people that made Ark, right? That Atlas?
Yes.
Yeah.
That Atlas.
Right. The game that makes Sea of Thieves look good. Yeah.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Ow. But like, why you gotta say things like that? Now they're just upset. This big corporations now got it upset.
Yep. There's another video blocked worldwide.
Yeah, there we go.
DLC
He's
sold as a
figuring it
separate
out.
game because season passes would cover it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, why, you know... Look, man, I'm all for a company trying to make some money, but they're really stretching that a little too far. The game that made people return and enjoy Sea of Thieves, yeah.
Alright, so I actually did just beat a vampire deck. Granted, he got a slow start,
Okay.
but I managed to get my,
A win's a win, damn it.
It is, right? I got the Eldest Reborn out, and he discarded a 5 mana cost vampire that was kind of not great, but he had a thing on him that was anytime you gain life, you can deal 1 damage to your opponent. So then I just started hitting him with a flying creature and paying X to gain 1 life. So I just kind of pinged him down
Nice.
with his own dude. So stupid. This deck has like... It has wheels, but the wheels are all fucked up looking.
Well, but the thing is, the EOG, that's the thing, right? Anytime you start building a deck, you have to... You test it, and then you go, here's what's working, here's what's not working.
Desecration, oh my god.
Yeah.
And you got to start... Like, you have to start somewhere.
True.
Yeah, I did one stream of that game, Sea of Thieves, and it was... I don't even know what that game is. Someone
I just don't
explain
know
it
how
to me.
people play it at like multiple times a week.
Yeah.
It looks like it
Also,
would be boring to play a lot.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen it yet, I'm going to be displaying a fun little... We talk about this a lot. A fun little promotional material for our next Chromatic. So you get it for like a hot second. So keep your eyes peeled. We showed this earlier today. That's all you get. There you go. I almost forgot because I was cleaning up tabs on my left side. I'm like, oh wait, I need to show that.
Nice.
Little touch of content. I have a rat deck and I forgot I named it Confused.
Awesome.
You're like, what is this?
What are you? Why are you?
How are you?
No one ever asked how are you? They always ask, Grognak, why you smash? Not Grognak, how you smash? I don't know. Seems like a bad idea keeping this hand, but I'm deathly afraid of mulliganing any time in this day. We all know how old you are. Do you really? I'm not sure about that. At this point, I'm not too sure. This is the guy that I do need in Costco. Figured me out. Oh boy, and the mana screw starts now.
Right?
Might as well start it now, boys.
Yeah, here we go. Get him while he's not looking. Dawn of Hope. White decks always pull out weird cards and it makes me upset.
He says hope on it. Now I'm sad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You should be.
Yeah, because it's all life gain.
You do not
not have to fight alone. You are capable of more than
Oh
this.
god, it's this card. A Johnny's welcome. Can you welcome someone else?
Good thing. He's a jerk.
I don't want your fruit basket. Go away.
Johnny's a jerk.
Stand together.
One green. That's all I need.
Deliver us to victory.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh yes.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Played a saga.
Okay, I hate this deck already. He just keeps gaining life.
This remains an option.
All the green is bottom decked. Ooh.
Sounds about right. I still got 48 chances left to draw one card. More life in game than in real. Yeah. It's ridiculous. I don't know what it is. Just token decks sometimes, you know?
Of struggle.
They just go
How
off.
would be?
It really you like you don't think it'd be like it is, but it do sometimes, and it really just makes me sad. It do.
The wreckage has been settled, boys.
Oh boy, what does that even mean?
Oh, this dude was playing some stuff, and oh, he didn't even wait. Did he not even take the lands? Oh, that's interesting. I removed all his attackers. I exiled them all. Just
Oh,
like
okay.
GTFO.
My best deck is a token zombie deck. Exactly.
You ever
It's
want to
easy and
open?
expendable.
Opened.
No, never mind. He's got 2 of those. No, no, thank you. No, I'd rather not waste my time. Opened. Yeah, basically.
Go on without me.
Yeah, we're moving on to the red-blue deck. It's much more fun.
I joined the dark side a long time ago and went cat vampires.
Necromancer Planeswalker.
Cat vampires, what?
Sounds about right.
It's vampires with a couple of cat warriors that get bigger because of life gain. It's dumb, and I'm playing it because it wins. Simple as that.
Sounds about right.
There's a lot of cards I don't even have 4 of. Don't need it. I am part of the problem. You damn right I'm part of the problem. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
You damn right.
What if I hate both? There you
Don't
go.
hate the player, hate the game.
Fuck you, Magic.
But you see, you fell into my trap card.
I mean, does it
Stop that
help?
right now.
Does it help that when I go to tournaments I take like burning bridges? Because
Yeah. Actually bring the gasoline and just give it to people. Because they know they're going to use it, so... Might as well just have it on hand.
incredibly
like
petty.
that.
Nice.
It's the best kind. Spawn
There's
Shard.
Swamp.
Swamp's
back.
back. Still muted though.
Did
He's
we
getting there.
talk about the mythic card shenanigan?
Oh my god. No, we have not.
Mythic card?
Mythic
I
card.
feel-
Yeah.
I mean, we'll talk more about it, but just so that everybody knows my feelings going into it,
Oh, here
I
it comes.
can't-
Yu-Gi-Oh is the answer.
I just can't not feel salty about it, man.
Yeah.
All right, that's
Go
it.
on.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
We'll
I
go
don't
on.
know anything about this.
Story.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
I
either.
know.
Oh,
I know. I
yeah,
just-
this has to do with
you knew my opinion, and it's
This has to
Salty.
do with Magic Arena.
yeah.
And
time.
yeah,
It's a
so
lot. It's a lot of people, dude. That's a lot of people.
During the release, the opening, the very day of Ravnica Alliance, there was a glitch somewhere in the code.
Oh, that.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, and supposedly how it works was once you opened a mythic rare in a pack, every pack you then opened afterward was also not just a mythic rare wild card. Sorry.
Every pack.
Every pack was a mythic rare wild card.
That's like, what, 8 cards, isn't it? I think 8, 9 cards?
Yeah.
Well, no. It wasn't every.
Opening your packs.
No, it wasn't every card. It was every. You got one.
Once per pack.
Once per pack, your rare was replaced with the mythic rare wild card.
Yeah, so you're opening your 10 packs. On your 3rd pack, you get a mythic rare wild card, and then the rest of them are mythic. So you just got like 7 mythic rare wild cards. Just by, oh crap, look at that, it's happening.
At some point, maybe, was it a day? I think into the next day, they actually took the store offline. They took the store offline for only a brief moment. I personally, and I've looked a little bit, I haven't seen anything right off saying exactly what they did. I assume it was changed. But I also haven't heard anything into what did they plan to do about it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, what can they do, really?
Exactly, Tristan.
Do you roll? Yeah, exactly. Do you roll back the servers?
EOG, I mean, you asked the tough question,
what do you do?
right? Like, okay, so I'm salty. I came into this argument and this whole thing salty. So the best question would be, Swamshak, what would you want to see done that would make you not salty? And the question, the answer to that would be just, it'd be one that would suck and the one that would not be able to be done, right? Okay. And the answer, of course, would be, fuck them. No, you don't get those wild cards. You revert all that shit, and they don't get them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's the initial gut reaction. The realistic answer is, well, we patched it. It is what it is. Sorry you didn't log in.
Yeah.
Good luck. And the only thing that I can briefly, if I may, equivalate to this incident, as far as I know, in Hearthstone, and my time in Hearthstone, would be at the release of Mean Streets of Gazatan. I don't know if anyone else was with me on this release date.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. And I remember this day very vividly because I was working on my EMT status, Emergency Medical Technician status. And that day that Mean Streets released was on the day that I had to do a mandatory residency at the local hospital.
Okay.
Well, it was like 9 a.m. or something. So generally, not many people calling 911 at 9 a.m. So I was like, okay, I'm good. So Mean Streets, I think I pre-ordered and I bought a bunch of gold packs. So I opened a bunch of packages that morning, and then mid-afternoon, we get this email and Reddit blows up, and it's all, hey, everybody who opened these packs early this morning got a shit ton of the, what was it called, like class-specific cards, or
the
ones that were like,
the faction cards or whatever.
Yeah, faction. Thank you. Yeah. The faction cards. That were only between like warrior, rogue, paladin.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, there was a disproportionate amount of cards distributed. So hey, Blizzard said, hey, so if you did this and you open these packs within this time, early release, we're gonna give you, was it half the packs? I think it was half. Maybe a little bit more.
There was some number.
Half or 3/4.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of the packs that you bought, and we're going to give them to you as part of this Mean Streets thing. Cool. Thank you. Yes. Awesome. Good stuff. That's my only experience with a digital card game messing up the distribution of cards. So my initial gut reaction to the Magic the Gathering all mythic wild card bug would of course be, hey, give all of us plebes 1 or 2 mythic cards.
Sure.
Yeah.
1, even 1, I don't care. That would make me feel good. Because you are a free-to-play game. And these people, and it's not 10, 15 people. It's like hundreds, maybe thousands. Hundreds for sure. Easily hundreds of people that benefited from this. And there were Reddit forums that were like, hey, I just bought all these packs, and guess what? I didn't get anything. It didn't work for me.
Yeah.
Why? Because they wanted to get in on the scam. And I get it. I get it. They patched it too quickly. But there's still hundreds, if not thousands of people that benefited that you, in turn, don't recognize and therefore don't give out anything to anybody else. So, yeah, there's a salty taste in my mouth. That's for sure. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard not to say.
Yeah.
And honestly, you don't want to punish the people for, you don't want to suck the excitement out of the people who just went, oh shit, look how many mythics I have.
Yeah.
But what about, I have 2 mythic wild cards because I don't play like super often. And man, it would have been really cool to get, 3 or 4 more of those. I could have done more stuff that without being so conservative. So I don't know. I kind of like what you said. Like maybe you roll it back and then you just give everybody a mythic wild card or 2.
Right.
Yeah, I got 5 mythic rare wild cards.
Yeah.
13 rare, 27 uncommon, and 24 common.
And then, if I may interject real briefly, that added to this whole controversy, okay, is the fact that people then had the gall to comment and to have the input that, oh, it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
It's not that big of a deal at all because we're able to have more cards than you. And not only that, but the fact that mythic rares or mythic rare wild cards are really not the most prolific thing or the most valuable thing in the current meta.
Yeah.
It's mythic rares.
Right.
So the fact that they got are just rares. I'm sorry, just rares. So the fact that they got mythic rares, who cares? Mythics are useless. We just want the rares. Rares are really where the meta is. Really?
I want to play with
Like-
a 3-headed dragon hydra.
Yeah, like fucking really? Like, are you?
Dinosaur Hydra is the name of
Yeah. Like, go and get fucked. I'm so irritated by that.
Go and get fucked.
Right? Like, I get it. You've got decks that, already fit this mold and already fit the meta. And all you want are some, I just want rares. Because I need these rares to fill out my collection. I don't care about mythic rares. These people are getting mythic rares, whatever. The real valuable card is the rare. Wait, what?
Right.
Like every single deck archetype I've looked up is like, right? Like 8 to 10 mythic rares.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You either got them or you don't.
Yep.
And if you opened up a pack that's got full of them, well, guess what? You got it. So I find that it's disheartening that they chose this path for their first hiccup in the road.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Mean Streets of Gazatan was easily, without question, the first hiccup within Hearthstone's existence. And they rectified it.
I don't know about that.
As pack opening, I mean,
When it comes to card acquisition, you might be right.
Pack opening, card acquisition. Hey, my money my 50 fucking bucks is worth 50 cards of your game. That's what it's worth, right? I think that's where there's a disconnect, right?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, that's why Blizzard Activision stock is sitting around lower than 50 fucking bucks. It's like 47 bucks. Because no one wants to buy into this company who doesn't have faith in their current products and doesn't want to acquisition other ones, right? I don't want to make this a stock Blizzard, Activision, EA, Hasbro, right? Because, hey, let's face it, we're playing Hasbro and we're playing Activision, two publicly traded companies, right? They've got a lot of skin in the game. And, you know, they really got to answer to a lot of what fans say.
Right.
Tough shit. You know, investors are investors and they don't get gaming. And that's fine, but you got to also listen to your gamers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they've kind of proven they aren't willing to do that so far. So we'll see. I hope they wisen up. But, you know, I don't know.
Wow.
The Blizzard's in
How
a
does it
really
feel to be a
weird spot.
corporate shill, Tristan? Yeah, I just laid it all out. I just laid it all out.
I should have expected this.
Corporate shill.
No, we're not at all. We're not at all. No. Yeah, we just enjoy these games that happen to be part of these huge conglomerates, right? Like, beyond our control.
I sense a rift in the horse.
A rift in the horseman. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. The thing is, Blizzard has just the weirdest history. I mean, it's just kind of true. Like, everything about Blizzard's history is like, it's just strange. There's no consistency. I mean, the Blizzard that you may have loved from whatever game, turns out they weren't actually Blizzard. They were like a side company of Blizzard. They don't really exist. It was all in your imagination.
It was all a dream.
It was all a dream. I used to be Word Up magazine.
So, yeah. So it's just, I don't know. Blizzard kind of feels anymore like, you know what happened was Blizzard went from, hey, let's all band together so that we can be bigger than the like executives. We can just let the creativity be there and do what we essentially do what we need to do to make these games great.
Right.
And then Blizzard slowly turned into so powerful that no one could touch them. Like the MMO market was like Blizzard and then everyone else.
Yeah.
And then after a while, like that's, I mean, once you know that you're the best, it's just kind of a matter of time until you stop being the best.
Yeah.
And to lead into that, I know you're a huge Blizzard fan, and you know, I mean, your lore knowledge on World of Warcraft could fill 8 to 55 podcasts, right? Yeah, like Victor, right? Victor, like, seriously, he could fill that much information. But I think what you're leaning on, and what I want to ask you is, EOG, do you think that this slow trend downward had anything or started around the time that they became a publicly traded company along with Activision? I mean,
Probably.
I think the Activision buyout and the publicly traded thing kind of coincide, right? I'm pretty sure those
honestly,
happen hand in hand.
So I don't know I don't know enough about like business practices to speak to why anything would be like this, but if you look at the timeline of when they became publicly traded, when they merged with Activision and everything, that is exactly when their games started feeling like they were
Thank you.
marketing towards different.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that your opinion as someone who doesn't understand the markets adds to your expertise on the subject. It really does. No, I'm serious, right? Because you don't have this, oh, they got bought out, quality is going to decrease. You're like, oh, okay, whatever. And then you start playing the games and you're going, oh shit, quality is decreasing. And then you go, oh, why is quality decreasing? Oh, here's why.
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z happened.
Exactly. Right? So I am really fearful for them because they are unable to predict these changes in the market.
Well, and it's kind of weird.
They kind of fly high with Activision, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They should be able to predict. I mean, if I can predict them... like,
nice.
That's what really gets me about this. If we're just like
Hey, good job,
playing
Skybot.
WoW, and we're just like, wow, I love playing this game. I wonder what my next attack's gonna be. By the way, here's what I think's gonna happen in the market, and it's fucking correct. Then they have no reason to not be able to tell.
Right.
Here's some kid from Texas, and here's what he thinks. Yep. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean that
does speak volumes. Yeah. The squid that guessed the World Cup winners. There you go.
Yeah, that's possible too, Victor.
I mean, it is possible, but
there's one downfall of modern gaming that I will always expect that this is going to be bad. So what percentage of gamers do you think are professional and like esports quality?
Not many.
It's not many.
I gotta say, like 0.01, even
Like-
0.1.
Like
It's very low.
I could be convinced that it could be as high as like 1%, right? If someone really were to like insist.
Yeah.
So that means there are 99% minimum of gamers that are not pro quality. And yet, every game that has an esport balances for the esport. And that right there is a huge problem. That's a huge problem. When I used to play League of Legends, okay, so here's a true story. I played League of Legends with my dad and with my, at the time, girlfriend. She's now my wife. And they both loved the characters they played. They loved playing the game. My wife played a healer. What did the healer do? Fucking healed. You hit this button, you heal someone. You hit this button, you give them mana. Like, that's what it was. And then there was this rebalance because, well, this character wasn't used in esports. This character's not competitive enough. And they changed the healer, so now when you heal, you have to give some of your health. And in order to get your health back, you have to land these skill shots on the enemies. So now the support characters are turning into these like high technique. If you don't land these shots, you don't get your
It's all
heals.
skill shots now.
Yeah.
No.
There was a character, Heimerdinger, was the character who built turrets, and the whole thing with him was like, I'm gonna build this turret setup, and you won't be able to push my lane without, really putting some concerted effort in. And now they changed it so the turrets are stronger, but they only work if you're right next to them. So like, and they changed a lot of his moves into skill shots. So now playing him is an effort in like skill technique as opposed to an effort in just playing him.
Dude.
So for instance, personally, I feel like balancing around more skilled players is generally a good idea, since anyone who sticks around will generally become, skilled. So here's the thing, Sofarir. There are healers who had a lot of skill around them, and then there were healers who didn't. And every time they reworked the healers who had low skill caps to make them have high skill caps, they excluded some people. So if you play support and you get more and more skilled, what's going to happen is over the course of your playing, you're going to slowly transition from playing the easy healers to the more challenging healers. And they're changing these people around, going, no, we need more people, we need more healers, we need more more attention, more competitiveness on this stuff. And so, and I don't have a ton of examples of this from like a lot of games, but I know that games balance for esports, and I don't think that's a good idea just on its face. The Tarek rework. Okay, that's another one.
Ooh.
So Tarek's a support healer. He could heal a little, and he had a big stun, tons of armor, can share armor, can shatter armor. So he was just like the armor tank stunning healer dude. And they changed everything into skill shots. So now instead of just picking someone and stunning them for a few seconds, you have this move that links you to your partner, and then you could shoot the stun out of your partner, and you have to aim it from that source instead of just picking the.
Wow.
I don't know. So the whole thing, like, when I go back and play League, I basically go back and it's just it has gone from like playing a game to like working.
Ew.
I mean, and sure, sometimes I wanted to be that guy that had all skill shots and super high, APM and whatever. But my wife hasn't touched the game since she tried some of the new characters, and they don't really work for her anymore. Because why would she?
Yeah.
Right.
League's like a tax return.
Yep.
Is it really that bad? Jeez. I kind of want to like try it
100%.
every once in a while, but I don't know. I feel like I give MOBAs a bad rap just because I had one that I really disliked.
MOBAs are super fun if they allow you to not play the meta, and if you play with friends. Those both have to be available.
Yeah.
So you have to be playing with at least 3 people out of 5, and the 3 of you have to not give a fuck. I have some of the funniest times I've ever happened have been jungling with someone who had no business in the jungle. Just having this mage just like saunter out of the jungle, like, I'm gonna jump him, and the enemies are like, no.
Don't you do it.
It's not gonna happen.
I laughed so hard. I actually remember one time we were drinking and playing League, and and there's a attack damage ranged character, Caitlyn, and she has these traps, and she can fire nets on people that are just for control, but they do magic damage. And my friend decided he was going to build all magic power on Caitlyn. And so he couldn't deal any damage. He was like tickling people from afar. But if they stepped on one of his traps, it really hurt. And every time they stepped on a trap, he would fire a net at them and then run away. And I would just hear him from across the room go, "Ha ha!" Like that's what MOBAs are fun for, man. They're not for like being super serious.
Not at all.
League of turned into a tax return.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Make sure you fill out your
that's
raw
kind of how they, dude. That's exactly how these games turned
Support
out.
Cho'Gath, yeah, dude.
Yep. Exactly. And sometimes you just want to head home. You're drunk. You just want to go to bed. You want to play a game before you go to bed.
Yep.
Let's play this. Let's support. Let's heal some people and be done with it. Nope. Not fucking happening. Right? Like, I loved playing, was it Vivian? Vivi, something Here's the Storm. Damn shit. Lily. Yeah, Lily.
Yeah,
Something.
Lily's son.
Like, redundant. I loved her. It was great.
She
It was
is
a fun
fun.
game. I loved it until the point you got to, until you were just kind of like, hey, whoever gets this first objective.
Oh yeah, no.
go win
The
the game.
game itself is not very good.
So at a certain point, you're kind of like, well, the game isn't really very good. I like playing Lily, and I like doing a support role, and I like healing people, but I don't like doing all this other crap. So I don't know anything about League of Legends, but I have to imagine that was kind of the similar situation where they kind of forced someone who didn't want to do that, doesn't want to do that, doesn't play that, into doing that.
Basically.
Right? And it's
I mean, that's kind of what it felt like.
has
Yeah.
to suck. Yeah. Yeah.
League forgot it's a game. That's a great way to put that.
Wow.
Thanks.
Exactly.
Forgot it was a game.
Yep. And you need to have these roles, and not everything has to be meta to the nth degree. Like, I get it for some characters, I get it for some places, but it doesn't have everything.
Well, ask yourself, why do you guys watch GDQ?
No.
Games on Cook? Yeah.
So why is it so fucking popular? Because it really is. It's so popular. Why is it so popular? It's popular because people want to watch a game like Earthworm Jim
Yeah.
be played quickly. What's really impressive is watching someone play a game that was not designed to be run in under an hour, beat in under an hour. Right?
Yeah.
So I like esports, right? But when I go to watch esports, what I'm trying to watch is I want to watch people that are like, I want to watch people besting the game. I don't want the game to be built around them.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. It'd be kind of like saying, yeah, I can't imagine why anyone doesn't want to watch me play World of Warships for the next 15 hours to unlock this stupid quest, to do this thing, or whatever, right? And it's like, yeah, people don't want to watch that. Big shocker.
Yeah. And it's actually kind of, I do want to take a minute to mention, it's kind of a tough balance we're looking for, because I'll be the first to admit, I don't want games that are designed for the lowest denominator.
Yeah. Exactly.
Overwatch?
Yeah, well,
Originally?
I mean, okay, what about Angry Birds?
What about Angry Birds?
I think that's a game that's designed for people that don't really have like a. It's not really designed to be anything other than just kind of a mind shut off, play the game a little bit, that sort of thing, right? And I'm not like big into that. So for me, that's kind of an example of what I'm not really looking for. And so I have to be careful when I say they shouldn't balance for the pros. Well, they probably also shouldn't balance for no skill at all, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to, I'm not over here advocating that all the games should be super easy or anything like that. I just think that having a skill range is important. And every time that it's balanced, balance around the pros, you're basically balancing around something that people can't do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you've got it spot on, balancing around newbies means you get people to hang around longer, and then when they eventually realize their skill, they leave.
Making someone want to get better is the way to go. How you do that? Well, yeah, that is the difficult part, because it involves not setting the bar too low, but setting it low enough for entry.
Yeah. That's another thing too, is if the game is balanced around being like really, really skilled, you also end up with more frustrated players when their teammates aren't skilled.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Team Fortress 2 is a good example of a game that doesn't seem to bother people so much when their allies are not good. I mean, some people will get bothered regardless, but if your allies are trying and not succeeding in Team Fortress, you've got a huge map and you don't have to play as a team.
Yeah, that's true. Battlefield is a big one for fuck your teammates. It doesn't matter. Just do the best you can, and then hopefully something happens.
Right. And maybe something will happen.
Display servers everywhere? Yeah, exactly. I mean, hell, he's got the picture of the sniper. Of course he likes Team Fortress.
That's true. I didn't even think about Soph when I said that, but yeah, of course, we can get an opinion about Team Fortress from Soph.
Dirty Bomb was interesting. Dirty Bomb, like, people really enjoyed.
I think if I had to like pinpoint it, I don't mind games that come out and they're based on having high skill. I don't mind a game that comes out and it's like, hey, if you're not skilled, you're not gonna win, right? What I mind is when a game changes something to increase the skill floor.
Yeah. Hammond is hard to play, Reinhardt isn't. Hammond is fun to play up to like a point, and then there's people then that don't understand how to beat him, and then it's no longer fun.
Hammond has been a lot of fun for me.
Very specific level you'll reach, where you just like get pimp slapped back down.
Yeah, Hammond has been really fun for me. I would love to try to learn to main someone like Hammond or Doomfist, the people that you don't normally see.
Low tier.
Just because they're really fun to play. They're a little out there, but
are there tier levels in Overwatch?
Probably. I don't know. But with Hammond, what I've learned is something about the size of the ball as well. The only thing I can think, but there's something about Hammond that just begs people to murder him. I mean,
it really is.
It's incredible.
They got a list. The first thing that pops up is Doomfist is dead, and it's all in caps.
He's what?
Fearless best pick.
Alright, I think I'm onto something with
try
this.
some counters. What's that?
I think I'm onto something with this deck. I don't know how far this deck can go, but it's been treating me okay.
Okay, so the tier list goes Anna, Brigitte, Hanzo, and Reinhardt are all tier 1. Huh. Hanzo, it's just because that one new ability they added in. He skyrocketed to top tier the second that happened.
Really?
Yeah, he's got an ability here he can just melt tanks now.
Is that the E?
Yeah,
Like
the ulti arrow. The no, you're not allowed to have fun arrow.
wait. Are we talking about the one where he shoots like 7 arrows?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that is yeah. It's funny they added that in to fix the scatter.
Yep.
And
Which I didn't think scatter was broken. I thought scatter was fine.
Do you play Roadhog?
Yes, a little bit.
So the thing about the scatter was that Roadhog. Whenever I played Roadhog, the scatter could one-shot me, and that's just not okay. Like having somebody able to one-shot a tank is not okay. All they've done with the Storm Arrow though is make it so it's harder to one-shot me, and it's like 5 rapid shots instead of 1.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's something to be said for putting up your Rhine shield and then having a scatter come in, and you're like, oh.
Oh.
My shield's really hurt.
I see now.
But yeah, I don't know. The thing about the scatter arrow is that what I liked it for was going around corners and stuff, and I thought that was really cool, and it fit with the idea of a skilled character.
Yeah.
But the only thing people used it for was shooting right under anyone's feet.
Yeah. A little bit.
This guy's definitely running the wizard counter spell card.
Oh boy.
And that's unfortunate because I got something I really, really want to play, but I really can't.
Adding Ricochet off walls to Storm Arrow actually sounds super fun. I don't know if it... I mean, the Storm Arrow is already too strong, so I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Maybe lower the strength. Maybe storm arrows can crit. Maybe just make it so they can't.
They can crit? Jeez.
Anything can crit. Anything Hanzo does can crit anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a better idea to just take that out. Remove flux.
Firing blind, so you need to reveal the enemies. Are we amazing at guessing? Yeah, that's true. Well, no, I'm not saying the ricochet sounds fine, but storm arrows is already really strong, so adding an ability to it sounds like too much, right? So I feel like it needs to be scaled down a little bit anyway. I'm not falling for that one. I'm smarter than your average. I don't know.
You really just gave up on that all halfway through.
I was gonna say Jason, and I was like, I don't know. Jasons are stupid. I'm smarter than your average. I said what I meant to say.
Nice.
There you go. We figured out a way.
Thank you, Vector.
No, you're the dumb. I'm not the dumb.
I'm not the dumb.
No, you.
No, you.
Hit him with that no you.
Personally, I'd increase the crit multiplier and reduce the body shot damage.
Alright, counter
Keep the
that,
same
then.
headshot
Fine.
damage, but make spamming arrows into Roadhog's belly button
We know
weaker.
he's got it.
You know, I'm really torn on that because that sounds reasonable. On the other hand, by making him weaker unless you're really skilled with getting the headshots, it's kind of exactly what we were just talking about.
Yeah, a bit.
He didn't have it? What?
It's not about reducing skill caps. It's about not increasing them. I don't think they should take Genji and make him easier, right? But I really don't think they should take like Torbjorn and make him harder. Balancing is one thing, but it's a different thing to try to balance, to try to like increase skill floors. That's what I'm not with.
Sim, they completely changed.
Yeah.
And like
she went through a lot of changes, really.
she went through a lot.
Were you around for the initial shield she had?
Yes. Yeah.
The single target one?
Single target shield.
Oh man, it was right after release. I think it was before they even put in a
No, I was there
they
for
put in a
teleport.
thing that made Sim or they made it so people couldn't have more than one of a champion. Because before they changed that, you could just switch your team to 6 Winstons.
Yes, I remember that.
All right, so before that time, before her initial change, Sim was a support, and
Yes.
she had her E would target an ally and just give them some shield.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that.
So you'd go around and chase allies down and try to give them some shield, right?
Warhammer Age of Reckoning. Wow. Overly balanced. It had some weird balancing.
You know, I think, Soph, do you think they should add headshots to Moira?
Yes. Sure, why not? Do it. You won't?
How about Winston?
Totally. Headshots and Anna? Anna's already so good, though.
Give her something other than increased damage for it. Punches on Doom Fist. See, I don't think I disagree. I don't think headshots are something that need to be all over the place. Like, I get that it's a shooter, and I get that shooters are kind of defined by the idea of headshots. But I think that having characters without headshots is not a problem. I think forcing headshots in kind of is a problem. Like, if I'm playing Reinhardt and I throw my E, I'm not really worried about whether it's going to be a headshot or not.
Vampire decks are dumb.
Yup. They are dumb. I say as I play vampires.
Well, see, that's just kind of weird to me. That's just kind of weird to me, Soph, because, like, you're already kind of hitting people in the face. People to have to jump with Doomfist? That ain't right.
That ain't right. That boy ain't right.
Yeah.
Doomfist should stay squarely on the ground, unless he feels like it, where he does that weird jumpy thing.
I'm just saying, I don't think we should have to hop before we punch to try to get a face punch. That seems weird.
I like the idea of it, though. Technically, that requires more skill. But only technically.
Or Torb trying to get headshots. The thing is, he can.
You really can. Knocks you out cold, yeah. Yeah, if they added a Y direction with the punch, that would change things entirely. It's only... You can only do it horizontally looking currently. You can't punch downwards.
I would love to punch downwards, but did my game just freeze, or like what's happening right now?
I think so.
I think my game might have frozen.
Oh no.
I'd love to punch downwards, but if you punched people into the floor and they died because they hit a floor, that really removes the ability to position to avoid Doomfist's punch.
True.
You know, because here's the thing, I'm gonna fully admit that, and I've said this a few times in the last couple of weeks on stream, my mechanics are not good. My skill is not good. If I have to duel another person and we're both McCree, we round a corner and we both flash, it's not good, man. So I like almost like a crutch, I use my my teamwork. So what that means to me is I would prefer characters with a more diverse set of abilities, differing skill floors and ceilings, so that I can manage that. Because what I want to do is position myself to avoid the headshots from this guy, not care about the damage coming from this guy so much. That's why I don't like that snipers can just one-shot you and take you out of the fight, because it's just like it kind of lowers the feeling of being able to work to adapt to changing situations.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know.
Forced to spend time hitting those caps, yeah. That's a mood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but like, I don't think that we should get full on Guilty Gear X style combos in Smash.
I want it.
Shit.
Like, I don't want to be playing Smash and go,
Bayonetta.
oh man, I
Bayonetta
gotta go.
is the reason why we can't have combos.
I gotta go forward, roll back, forward, AAB, forward, A, in order to get this attack. I don't need that shit in Smash, man.
Smash Flash level combos, yes.
Oh jeez, Soph. What do you think Melee was?
Yeah, that's true.
It was still Smash.
No, it wasn't. It was broken, like 90% of the time.
Dude, I'm sorry. I lived through Melee.
Yeah. Doesn't mean it's not broken. Broken game. It's just facts.
Melee was liable to get you combo to death. Okay, but like comboing with like smashing is different. I'm saying that the skill floor was still low on Smash. You weren't required to get good to get Smash.
I don't know about that. Melee proves
Dude.
people otherwise. There are some characters in Melee, like, you just straight up can't play if you want to be good at the game.
Well, I think maybe your definition of good at Melee is skewed from mine. It's a party game.
Yeah, I view it as a competitive game. Because that's all I've seen it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want every game to be a death trap for game journos.
Yes, exactly. You can suffer through it.
Oh man, I hope I draw planes. And because I do, I never will.
Yep. I want vehicles back, damn it. Give me my planes and cars and tricks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty weird person when it comes to games. I'm like, I want people to play whatever the fuck they want. And then, while my team is playing whatever the fuck it wants, then I'm like, no, but we should be trying to win with this.
Nice.
Here's my counter argument. Just no.
Topher, I think that you should love the idea of having to be skilled enough to avoid landmines.
Pinto.
Does that work the way I want it to? I can't remember.
I'm actually gonna do this. This is a really bad counter, but I want the surveil. Well, Soph, I mean, I don't feel like everyone should have to play the game the way I want to play it. I do get salty whenever I'm playing Overwatch and I see a whole bunch of Bastion. I'm like, okay, look. There's a difference between playing Bastion and playing every Bastion.
I want to be Bastion. Okay, so I didn't know that I had this Anzor the Lawbringer card. It's kind of insane.
Which one is that? Is that? Oh, I have it in my hand right now.
Yeah. It's just a good card.
It's a pretty
Gaining
nice card.
life and draw. It's like a flex. Just a flex on him.
Yep.
Elder Dinosaur. What a name. Got some whirly boys as well. It's going well. Oh, this isn't coded correctly. Ability number 0.
Great.
Nice.
Don't you love ability number 0?
Dude, it's my favorite. Right next to ability null and void.
Nice.
Carnage Tyrant. Ouch.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Ouch. Might have me in Trample Land.
Does this work? It does work. Good.
Oh, I'm gonna do some dumb things.
Yay! Our favorite.
Oh, that's game.
Got 5 more health, man. What you gonna do? Gonna pull a rabbit out of your hat? Please don't.
Yeah, what you got? Hopefully nothing.
Yeah.
That was close. Brassel, hello, this shouldn't crash. How's the stream tonight? Dude,
Brassel.
it's been insane, man.
Yeah.
It's been really good, actually.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good insane.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
There has been so much in-game salt. Discussion
Dude,
salt.
All of us just decided, fuck it, tonight.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Pretty
basically.
Tristan's over there like, I don't know why you guys are looping me in with this. I didn't agree to this.
No, I was very upset about Kingdom Hearts' naming strategy. I still am.
That's true. You read off all their names like, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
fucking
fuck.
stupid, that's why. And I didn't even hit half of them. Dream Drop Distance wasn't even on that list. The mobile game wasn't on that list.
Swamp hit a level of salt that
It was special.
surpassed Ratchet talking about druids.
Oof.
Yeah, rounding up Sephiroth in the parking lot and beating him with baseball bats. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly it.
It was special.
Man, you know, I in that maelstrom, I didn't get to mention. Do you guys remember the? Do you guys remember the time around some of the earlier internet days when like everyone and their brother was named XXX Sephiroth XXX?
Oh my god. Yes. Of course. Oh my god. It was the worst.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't born yet. Oh,
they
come
were
on.
they were dark days. They were very
dark days indeed.
Yeah. They were very dark days. There were so many that they had to keep adding X's to their name because everyone wanted to be Sephiroth.
Dude.
Sephiroth. It in. Yeah. You want to be Sephiroth?
Yeah, dude. And everybody was like, "Oh, Sephiroth's so great," and I'm like, in no definition of the word is he great.
Right?
Yeah.
I never got that, and I guess I just never will. It's like, why though?
Why, but like, why though?
Well, I don't know how, but somehow I am still in the, hovering around the gold 3. So, pretty happy about that.
All right. Now, Swamp, where's our boy?
I have no idea. He went muted a little while ago, and then his stream went offline, and then he just
A little too much.
disappeared.
Yeah.
Too much salt, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not good for you.
Anyway, I have a person to host if we are so ready.
We're just about ready.
I'm-
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish this game, and then that'll
Same
be it.
here.
All
Yeah, for
right.
me. Oh man, Psychrosis, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it, man.
Woot woot. And yeah, should we start going down the list? EOG, do you want to tell us what's going on with you in this next couple days?
So tomorrow is RPG Friday.
Woot.
And what we are doing on RPG Friday is we're continuing where we left off last week with Final Fantasy VI. We will be we'll be playing. We're doing a challenge run that's sort of related to, but not directly related to, a charity event that I do once a year. So it's like by the same group, but it's not for the charity. That's just kind of like a time waster. But it's pretty cool. And I'm gonna have a co-stream going. We might even have 4 people in it tomorrow. So
Nice.
anyway, so that's pretty much it. You know, for like the out of the ordinary events.
Cool.
Awesome.
Shenanigans.
Well, as you guys know, Friday is the free game feature, as always. That's right. There'll be something there, and I've already told everybody because people were like, "Is it going to be Jackbox? Is it going to be Jackbox because of the Epic thing?" And it's like, well, no. I've decided it's not going to be Jackbox. It's kind of strange because you never like my Fridays are unpredictable in many ways. Like, as in, like, I don't even know. Sometimes I have a room full of people, and sometimes I have like 3 people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like I don't want to do Jackbox and then find out there's nobody here.
Yeah.
That's
that's
just
true.
depressing. Yeah. But the fact is, I do have it. It won't be for tomorrow, but you know, sometime down the line, there will be some Jackbox. That'll be great.
It is fun.
Yeah. You know, something else though for tomorrow, not Jackbox.
Gotcha.
And is going into next week will be the final week of what's the name of it? Wynncraft. W-Y-N-N. Wynncraft. The Minecraft MMORPG. And some things I really got to say. They had an update this week. And they added professions and like a full-on like crafting system.
Okay.
And it huge content update. Right? And just amazing. It really is. It's just amazing. The number of stuff that they added to this. Man, I got to take my turn.
What
What do I do about this? What do I do about this guy? Let's
Get 1,000 health.
you know, I got a ton of health. We'll just play this guy and say to heck with it. There we go. All right. So, yeah,
I've been lurking in during your Wynncraft. It looks really cool.
it's really crazy. And real quick, you know, one thing I wanted to stress is when they had the update, they did something that you don't see very often, even in other MMORPGs, but they frickin' should. And that is, they added more servers to accommodate for the influx of people coming to check out the content.
Ah.
I'm not even sure that's legal.
Right? They had a... It blows my mind. They did something that pretty much every other MMORPG should be doing and hasn't. And it's the Minecraft MMO. Like...
Oh no.
Yeah.
This is where we're at. This is the world we live in.
Do you have like a pinned message or something in on your Discord of how to get into that?
I could put it.
Wynncraft?
I mean, I could put it on there. I don't think I do, but
Or is it just super easy?
It is
Google
super. It's super easy. Literally, load up like anywhere between 1.9 and 1.12. Don't load the newer versions of Minecraft because there's a bit of a glitch for their server. But literally, just any vanilla, you know, Minecraft. Go into the multiplayer and be like, play.wynncraft.com, and then join.
Nice. That's really cool.
That's all it takes, and it's pretty ridiculous the amount of stuff there is to do in that game. We're only in like the early 30s. The cap is like 104. Like it's over 100.
Really cool.
Yeah.
What level are you going to be by January 32nd, though?
Right, that's the big question. Yeah. That's the big question. But you know, it speaks to that though. It's like I won't be level capped by the end of the month.
Yeah.
That says a lot about the amount of content.
Yeah, seriously.
There's dungeons we haven't done yet. You know, that are our level and even lower. It's like, oh, we just haven't gotten to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
It is really, yeah. It says quite a bit. I love it. And game-wise, it's been pretty interesting. But anyway, enough about that. I'm sure we've...
So how about you, Tristan?
So, essentially, now that we're back in the whole streaming business, I need to finally get on that real schedule biz. So, essentially, going back to weekend streams earlier, maybe around like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, starting, and then going till 8. And then weekday streams starting 7:30, always ending 11:30. So tomorrow is since a telephone pole is broken, I get to work from home, so I get an extra hour of sleep. So I've used that extra hour to stream, so it worked out.
My boy.
Yeah. So yeah, basically everything you'll see from me: DBD, Overwatch, Smash, Smite, maybe. I don't know why I said Smite, but it might be on the list. I don't know.
Roxy, what's going on?
Hello. Basically,
girl,
yeah,
we're just getting ready to close shop. How you doing?
Bunch of random stuff. I'm finishing up my board. I'm adding in a maze to the mixed play board as the final thing, and it's taken me much longer than I wanted to. So maybe over the weekend that'll be something to get worked on. And yeah, chromatic stuff. As for those who know, the possible sip point at the stars line, that is also true.
Yeah.
We need to pass
I can't
this turn
stop
and
promoting this disc.
Do it. Join
Team
it.
Chromatic.
Join it.
There we go, and that's everything for me.
Wait a
guys-
minute. I'll ask later. I'm gonna join that Team Chromatic, and if it's not for me, I'll just promote it to everybody else anyway.
There we go.
Because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Increase your
Hey,
stock
well, at the very
value.
least,
Whoa.
join the Discord. We're getting a lot of
Yes.
people in the Chromatic Discord.
Yeah.
I like
Very
joining.
least.
I like
Meme.
joining Discords, man. That's what it's
Yeah.
about.
Anyway, do you guys have someone specific you'd like to host? I found one that could be interesting.
I haven't looked. Let me take a look real quick. I don't have anybody out of our norm, so what did you have in mind?
Whoa,
I have a guy that's
what the
streaming
hell
Super
was that?
Okay,
I just had the
like
weirdest thing happen.
Oh,
What
no.
happened?
I had a horde of Ben Broads laughing.
Well,
That is weird.
yes! I don't know why that happened, but I'm happy.
Right?
Awesome.
There we go. So I will be putting this down. And of course, as always, we'll be doing card. So all of you in chat just want to see you post card
Nice.
games raid.
Sounds good.
Just so that they know it's all us. And again, thank you all for coming out. We appreciate
Right.
it.
Guys, so we want to hit this guy with
Raid this boy.
yeah, we're full on raiding, so please follow this person, host them as well. Let's get a bunch of hosts in here. We're hitting them
Big
with the
ol'
whole shebang.
Sounds good. Thanks all for coming
Awesome.
out. Talk to you later.
That's right, guys. Take it easy.
Thanks everybody.